As you guys see by the title, we are here today to talk about one early problem that every single NBA team needs to solve. You know, we talked a lot of positivity in recent weeks, all the biggest surprises. Today, we're going to talk about the good, the bad, the in-between, every single team, one thing they can do to improve.
And the ugly. Let's get to it.
But before we get to that, there was one news story that we have to acknowledge. One elephant in the room we have to talk about before anything else. Somebody that I think we consider our leader, somebody that we've endorsed on camera many times, is in the headlines this week. Something big we have to talk about. We'd be remiss not to mention it before we start anything else.
Where the hell are you going with this, man?
LeBron James is back playing for the Lakers G League team. He's practicing. He's here. He's making his return this week. Our king is back.
Oh, how could I be out of the loop, man? You know, if the king is back, that must mean also that the balance in the order of the world is restored. He has risen again, and we're starting to witness. Notice, there's been the tough times, you know, government taking away people's snaps and EBT and all that. But listen, once Ramon James steps back on that court, everything will restore once again.
This has to be the worst week of work if you are a South Bay Laker. You're trying to get your game off. You're trying to get into the league.
Yeah.
And here comes LeBron James just dunking on everybody. I would be frustrated.
Maybe the leader of our nation will be back in the limelight pretty soon. LeBron James will be here to play next week after the Lakers road trip. Had to acknowledge that up front. Had to make sure we at least mention the elephant in the room that people want to hear us talk about before we get into the main topic. Now, with that being said, cue the intro music. Let's talk about one problem every NBA team should solve. We're throwing it back.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
He was bragging. I outmuted
The cranium is crazy. Oh my God. Crown eaters rejoice.
So we're going to do this the same way we always do. We're going to go team by team, picking one problem. All three of us have 10 teams each that we're going to be in charge of supplying that problem until we talk about every single team in the league. Donovan, kick us off. What is the first thing you want to talk about?
See, the last couple times that we've done this, I've saved the Knicks for last. We're starting off with the Knicks today. The biggest problem is that Jalen Brunson left the arena last night in a boot and in crutches. And until that is okay, my life is not okay. That is very clearly the biggest problem that the Knicks have to face right now. Because if he's not there, then they'll win games. They're still a good team. This team is not getting everything that was promised to us. Right,
that was promised to you.
The number one seed in the Eastern Conference, in a desolate Eastern Conference. That's not happening.
You were promised it.
Who told you this promise? Was it like a dream?
A long time ago, it was promised.
It was in the Bible.
Yeah.
The Knicks championship was promised somewhere along the way.
Some angel came to his shoulders at night.
we're coming.
Possessed him.
The Knicks are God's true fan base.
And so I just like that. On top of the fact that we got destroyed by the Magic last night, that's the biggest thing on my mind right now for the Knicks.
Yeah. So yeah, that's obviously a pretty big deal. That I don't think we know the extent to which he's injured right now. I think we're still waiting on our first update. But boots and crutches after a game is never a good sign. I feel like we do this every year with Jalen Brunson. He turns his ankle real bad.
Yes,
and you never know.
But this is worse because it's like,
was it an ankle?
Yeah, it was an ankle, and it was the same ankle that he hurt last year.
Yes,
that made him miss like 15 games before the playoffs. Literally every single playoff game, he would either turn it or somebody would step on his foot weird, and he would go over to the sideline. He would hobble over, crutch over, hold his ankle. So like it was an issue last year in the regular season and in the playoffs. Thought everything was good, and so now if we're starting that early, if we're starting that in December, it's gonna be very annoying because obviously the way that he plays, it's very, very physical, very footwork dependent. His ankles be flying everywhere. Mm-hmm. So it's like him and Shea are two of the most ankle dependent players in the NBA. And if that's an issue, then obviously the entire construction of the Knicks is thrown off.
What'd you think about the Knicks in this recent game against the Magic? Before Jalen Brunson got hurt, what would have been the one problem you think they had trying to defend that team?
So I think overall, the biggest thing that I've seen is Cat is not comfortable. And like last year, especially starting the season, all the conversation that we had about Cat and like, is he going to fit? Is the defense going to be okay? That was kind of out of the window because Cat was hooping offensively. Mm-hmm. He was scoring like 24, 25. The 3-point shot was falling. That's not really happening this year. And I think, before, like coming into the season, he had all the comments about, I don't really know my role. I can't really tell you what that is. And we're starting to there were a couple games where he looked very uncomfortable or unsure about how the Knicks were going to utilize him. And if there was going to be a silver lining, maybe if Jalen Brunson is out, this could be a stretch where Cat finds his rhythm and everything is fine because everybody else is starting to really fall into place. OG's playing really well. Mikal is doing his thing. Josh Hart has found his form a little bit more. Mm-hmm. But offensively, this team is going to go as far as Brunson and Cat go. And until Cat looks the same way that he did last year, that's really the main thing that I'm watching on a night-to-night basis.
And not even the same way he did last year. Better. After they fired Tibbs, the main thing everyone was talking about, well, not main thing. There's many things that relate to the firing of Tom Thibodeau. But one of the main things that was a silver lining that you imagine would go really well when you bring in Mike Brown, somebody who is known more for his offensive acumen compared to Tom Thibodeau especially, would be the utilization of Cat being better than last year. So the fact that it's not better, it's worse even, not what you want to see from the start of this era.
Yeah, it's a little noticing.
Yeah, and I feel like this is the first time ever in Cat's career where I see him being not wildly off from three, but he is not like the normal Cat that I see. And of course, like it's going to take some time to adjust to this new play style. And I remember a couple of games ago, I think it was probably before this little 5-game win streak that you guys had now, before the loss of the Magic, where he was kind of skeptical about the new game plan and how he's been fitting in. And so far, early off to start the year, he hasn't been as efficient of a three-point shooter, or just efficient in general. Now, of course, early in the season, like there's so many players who you can point to who are usually hyper efficient like him. But to this degree, it's kind of not worrisome, but I'm just noticing.
Yeah, his relative true shooting percentage is negative 0.2. His 2-point percentage is 48%, and his 3-point percentage is 32%. So just not the best scoring start to him overall. In pretty much every way, you can go up and down the advanced analytics. Just awkward start. I don't think any of us really are going to doubt that. Can Karl-Anthony Towns be an efficient scorer? That's like the least of our worries. So this is like the definition of the title, an early season problem. That when you think about them having a new system, when you think about Cat being a specific type of player to play around, and you think about the fact that a big part of this new system is making him play power forward again, something he did 2 years ago, which took a year to figure out. Now he's back to doing that some while still balancing the center stuff. Stands to reason that he would start a little bit clunky.
Outside of that, bro, I love watching the Knicks. Like, OG Anunoby is taking 7 threes a game. That's something I thought I would never see in the entirety of my life. He's always shot like 4 or 5 a game, or 5, 6 a game. And to see that he's taking it up a notch and he's shooting like damn near 40% from 3, and seeing how hyper efficient everyone else is around this roster, you feel good about them overall still.
Yeah. Early problem, figure out the offense and figure out how everybody fits in there. Hopefully Jalen Brunson is there to make sure everybody can fit properly.
Yeah, this offense is great.
Mo, what team do you want to start with?
It's my captain.
Okay, let's go ahead and start with my favorite team in the NBA. Not the Hawks right now. Not until like June comes.
They're thriving without the dictator.
Yeah. Stop with that nickname. Stop calling him that. Damn.
That's your Shayla?
No, bruh. The New Orleans Pelicans. They have a lot of problems. I don't know where to start.
Team?
Yeah, they're my favorite team. Absolutely.
He's tuned into every game.
Dude.
Whether or not he wants them to win is a different question. But
yes. They're my favorite team for reasons, not because I'm from New Orleans, not because I banged the Pelicans or anything like that.
Banged the Pelicans.
No, don't do none of that, bro. I don't associate myself with Louisiana at all. God forbid. But for this team, for the next like 9-10 months, best believe I'm gonna pull up in this bitch with the New Jersey Pelicans jersey, bro. I promise you. Willie Green, he is the fucking problem, okay? Why the hell? You guys have nothing to live for. Why the hell?
Nothing to live for. Good go on.
What do they have to go for?
That's true. We did relegate him on stream the other day.
We did.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so their biggest problem early season is why is Willie Green still employed?
Why is Willie Green, literally I wrote it down right here. Why is Willie Green employed? Derek Quinn is not starting. And then I wrote one of the most embarrassing statistics that any NBA team could lead the league in is shot clock violations. Brother, you're going against 6 defenders on the court right now, one of them being the clock and the 5 other people you're going against. What are we doing? Why is Derek Queen not starting? What is this offense? Why is Jordan Poole still coming off the bench? I don't know.
I typed in Willie Green to Twitter.
Yeah.
We got day by day reporters giving us updates on Willie Green. We have here from Dylan Sanders. Willie Green is here at the facility after practice, and by all appearances, still the head coach of the New Orleans Pelicans. And why is he doing this? Because every single day you go onto Twitter, you will see a new report that motherfucker's time is coming. It is day by day. Every win is necessary for him to stay keeping his job.
Did you guys see that one report where it was like Willie Green and the Pelicans have to win tonight, or else he's gonna be.
Yes.
I said I've never.
It's November 12th.
I said I've never heard a basketball coach on a game by game game basis.
in November. If that's the case, you're already fired.
Yeah.
You're done. It's already cooked. And yeah, that early season problem, to be more specific about the Pelicans, is the poor coaching on offense and the utilization of their talent. Whether or not you want to start Derek Queen, I understand not starting Derek Queen to begin with, just because he had perceived defensive weaknesses that you want to not throw him to the fire right away.
They're already in fire, bro. They just don't want to add
They're molten lava
pine
right
straw,
now,
I guess, bro.
So now people want to see Derek Queen start. Before that, it was the total lack of organization around the offense. How it was so much rolling the ball out there and telling Zion Williamson to just figure it out. Not enough offensive ecosystem in place to make all their pieces thrive. They benched Jordan Poole early on because it wasn't going well. Everything about them has been a shit show. They look like a team that is just completely not on the same page from top to bottom. That definition of a coaching issue, it feels like.
Yeah, because at this point, like every single night, we're getting a full highlight tape from Derek Queen of all of the offensive skills that he has, his touch, and his biggest strength coming out of the draft was, listen, he's weird, right? It's a weird build. He has a weird play style, but his feel for the game is just
weird build.
but
weird.
But his feel for the game is just otherworldly. It's off the charts,
For
and
sure.
you see that every single night, especially like on that very first play, like understanding when to pump fake, where the defenders are, understanding space and angles and all that. He very clearly has a very high understanding of that.
Yeah,
and in a season that is all we know what it is right now.
what is it?
It's cooked. Like the
How
season,
cooked?
the season is cooked, and I think like Derek Queen is gonna be the one. Him and Jeremiah Fears are going to be the two bright spots for this entire year.
Exactly. And in my mind, I'm just like, you're not even putting these guys in the best position to be a bright spot. Like, I understand you want to talk about how, you can understand how you don't want to start Derek Queen and let him like just be burning hell in the fire. Bro, you're already doing that with Jordan or with Jeremiah Fears. Why not double up and just like really burn for real? Because you're not producing anything.
Burn.
Yeah, at least like you could burn out in a cool fashion.
Yeah.
You know?
And at this point, all we're playing for this season is to make sure we know exactly how good Derek Queen is. Because if he can be an all-star level player, and if we see that trajectory, then we can live with the fact that we traded our probably top 10 pick to the Hawks.
Exactly.
So we got to do everything we can to ensure this isn't the worst trade of all time. And that starts with Derek Queen PR. We need to farm PR. We need to farm Rookie of the Year odds. Do everything we can so this team isn't viewed as the biggest embarrassment in the league.
The social team should be at his locker every single day.
Look at this.
Doing all the fun TikToks, all the fun challenges.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
They need to be there.
This is at Pelicans NBA. Their official account is tweeting every Derek Queen highlight they can after every game because they want to make sure everybody knows this guy is good. We didn't trade our pick for a lemon. He's the one.
Yeah, you have to. But wait, scroll up. You got to make these posts more fun. I need some emojis, some
fireworks.
right?
man.
Some exclamation points. This is a regular stat sheet.
We broke this down the other day. I think a week ago.
Oh, yeah.
now,
Emojis
on
cost
our
extra.
You can't
Three
afford
stream.
emojis.
Yes, they can't afford emojis. They can't
That's
afford
true.
like I'm sure they probably tweeted this off of a fucking iPod Nano, bro. Like they are broke boys to the highest degree.
They can barely afford this gold check they got for free.
Oh, God,
Oh, it doesn't say what source is tweeted by. I wish it did.
yeah, I guess the only like outside of Derek Queen, of course, and
Better start buying likes.
Jeremiah Fears being somewhat like shining spots of this team. Yo, at least Trey Murphy has looked good over these last few games. He's put up 22, 21. He fucking went out for 41 against the Spurs the other day in a loss, of course. But he's
Naturally.
he's been much better, and that's like a shining outline that you can walk away with. Other than that, you're still terrible. You have problems all around, but it starts and ends with Willie Green.
Yeah. Willie Green will soon be unemployed. It seems like that's inevitable unless he locks the fuck in, which you never know. Maybe he does, but it's not a great start to the season for him.
Yeah.
Is he the best bet for first coach fired?
Yeah. There's not. I don't think that there's anybody. Well, actually, it's
I don't
either
think
it's either
Jamal Moses is gonna
him.
get fired.
It's either him or Ty Lue.
Ty Lue?
Nah, you can't
Just
fire
just
Ty
just
Lue.
because
Nah.
they're
That's the
smoke-
other one?
So,
just if you're talking about like top of the leaderboard and who's actually on the hot seat this early, the fact that we've already heard enough rumblings around Ty Lue and his firing, maybe.
what did Ty Lue? I don't think Ty
not
Lue
gonna be Ty
deserved
Lue.
anything to be.
Yeah.
He's wildly renowned as like a top 5 coach in the league for like the last, I don't know, 5 years or so.
Yeah, but they're also a disaster.
Yeah,
My point. They are the Clippers.
they are the Clippers.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get on them. I can't
Okay,
wait.
next team. Let's start with, on my list, the Denver Nuggets. Their biggest early season problem is Cameron Johnson and Christian Brown are horrible at offense right now. And they completely forgot how to score the basketball. And that is a problem because Nikola Jokic is once again playing MVP level basketball. Aaron Gordon is a sharpshooter now, the best player he's ever been in his life. he might be transcending best role player in the league talks pretty soon. He is on one. Jamal Murray came into the year in shape and fit and ready to do prime Jamal Murray performances starting in October instead of starting in April. So that's good. A lot of the depth pieces are warm bodies that are giving them, at least 9 players that can play, unlike last year. Pretty much everything is going to plan across the roster, except for the fact that Christian Brown is scoring horribly, not playing to the standard you would want after they paid him. And the Cam Johnson fit just has not gotten comfortable yet. He looks like a player that is not in a rhythm at all. And I think one thing we're realizing is, yes, Cam Johnson will just start shooting better. At some point, the threes will go in. He currently has a 42% effective field goal percentage. That would be the worst in the league by a mile. He's not the worst shooter in the league by a mile. I promise you that's not the case. So he will see some positive regression. The threes will go up from 22%. But overall, I think we're realizing that it's real difficult to be the 5th option in that offense. Yeah. Or even 4th option, wherever you want to think about Christian Brown. Not a lot of touches go their way. Adelman has done a decent job in the past few games of trying to get him touches early in the game, but that's an inherently unrhythmic position. You aren't going to get a ton of touches playing next to those guys.
You telling me that I'm missing MPJ and his fit and like his smarts and wits when it comes to just fitting? You'll never hear me say that word again.
Smarts and wits.
Yeah, but smarts and wits when it comes to knowing how to time buckets perfectly and to pull that fucking trigger alongside Jokic.
I don't think you're missing it. Well, yes, you are missing it. Not in a long-term sense, though. You just need to see Cam Johnson start to understand that. Because one thing MPJ does, he'll touch the ball and immediately get that ball up. He learned over the years that when he needs to be a quick trigger shooter, he will do it. Cam Johnson isn't quite there yet with just being used to playing with Jokic and Jamal Murray and used to understanding when he has to pull, when he has to keep the ball moving and all that stuff. It's pure lack of rhythm.
Yeah, he's coming from a situation where he had the ball in his hands the entire game.
Yeah.
And where he was able to be more on ball, score really like whenever he wanted and be on this bad team. And now like this is one of those situations that people talk about like, okay, can you play winning basketball? This is kind of what it looks like, where you have to go back down to a version of yourself that you haven't been in 2 years, 3 years, right? It's been so long since he was on the Suns playing off of all these other stars being in this role. And now that Jokic is here, who also after last night, listen, last we are coming off of a night where Nikola Jokic had a 55-point triple-double.
What the hell, man?
It literally feels like, we always talk about like the Bill Simmons thing of like the best in the world and like who has the belt. We should make one. We should make an actual best in the world, and there should be like the 3 or 4 guys at the top of the league. You guys compete for that. Everybody else can play for the MVP. What Jokic is doing and what Steph has done before, LeBron has done, all that other stuff. The way he is playing, you just said, Jokic is playing at MVP level. It feels like you are underselling how good he's playing just because it's otherworldly. And so I do feel like there should be another category for how good he's playing. But doing that and having him be there, knowing that obviously everything is going to revolve around him, it is tough.
I have this clip up here right now of all of his threes he shot this season. And notice they're all from the wing or top of the key from his placement. He's currently shooting the lowest percentage of corner threes of his career at just 13%. Yeah. I would like that to be the highest percentage. And I know that's just not how they're opting to use him, just because they want to use him as a little bit more of a movement shooter. Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown oftentimes occupy the corners. I would like to see him get a little bit more of those easy ones. Like that one we just saw there was a miss in transition. I want to see him position from there more often.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so tough, and kind of this is one of the biggest talking points when it comes to offseason additions. This is one of the bigger it was one of the bigger moves during the summer, and to see this pan out to this degree, it sucks, but also it kind of doesn't matter because Tim Hardaway Jr. is on a fucking burner. Bruce Brown is hooping his ass off, and Jokic is of course like playing otherworldly. He's not playing even like the best player in the world. He's playing like he's a top 10 player of all time currently as he speaks.
It does matter though. It does matter though long term, and for sure, season problem. This matters a lot because that would be a shame for them to give up a first round pick to get a worse version from this position.
Yeah, we were talking about like this dude's legitimately a better player, more well-rounded player to someone like MPJ, and for him to not do like the baseline thing, bare minimum, like can you shoot 40% from 3? Nah, that stings. This stings.
Yeah,
these misses are bad too.
I know. Yeah. For Cam Johnson to reap dividends and for him to be a better player in this system than MPJ, he has to be able to do the easy stuff first that MPJ did. Because the whole reason Cam Johnson can be better is he can handle the ball a little bit more with bench units. He can attack a closeout and just give them more creation top to bottom of the roster. Make it so there's 5 guys that can dribble on the court at all times. But none of that matters if you can't hit the open jumpers first.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
listen, and PJ will hit the open jumpers. I guarantee you that. That'll be the one thing he does well in offense, and he will never stop doing it.
Yeah.
All right, who's the next team, Donovan?
All right.
Oh, we didn't even talk about Christian Brown, but we're also noticing you.
Oh, yeah. True. Okay, so I'm gonna double up here because one of the teams that I had was the Detroit Pistons, and if you missed it, we talked a lot about the Pistons on Tuesday on TD3 Tuesday, TD3 Live, coming off of Cade and his 46-point, 45-shot game, and basically, long story short, with the Pistons, their shooting and their secondary creation is a problem. It's been a problem this season. It was last year. It was the year before. Like until Cade has somebody and has a legitimate running mate who can take a lot of the offensive pressure off of him, to where on nights where half of the starting lineup is out, he doesn't feel the need that he has to take 45 shots. Until that happens, it feels like there's a ceiling on them. And so if they want to get to the next level, they'll do that.
Yeah.
My next team though that I would pair up with them is the Milwaukee Bucks. And everything's been going great, but the problem is outside of Giannis, these guys, nobody is putting their head down and going to the rim. Like their free throw rate is the second worst in the league right now.
Who's the worst? Let me guess. Free throw rate.
I'll check.
Okay, I'll check.
Yeah.
You keep talking.
Yeah, but outside of Giannis, anytime that you look at their box score, it's a lot of 1-for-2s, over 2s.
Yeah.
Miles Turner, he's getting, a pretty decent amount of free throws, but he's also, around the rim a lot more. But from the guards and from their wings, they need more people to be able to create aggressive paint touches and aggressive drives to get yourself a lot more of those easy opportunities.
Okay, so the Milwaukee Bucks have a 16.9 free throw rate. Who do you think is last? They're 29th, you were right. Who do you think is number 30? I'll tell you. But ahead of them at 28 is Washington. So it's not the Wizards.
Okay, I just remembered who was 30.
Is it the
See if you can guess.
Warriors or Suns?
No, the Warriors are Jimmy Butler now, so they're not going to be towards the depths anymore.
Yeah.
But the Suns are right ahead of that 27.
Yeah.
So they're not 30. Boston Celtics are number 30.
Yeah. Okay, Celtics.
They got no ball handlers that drive beside Jaylen
Yeah.
Brown.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's
number one. Guess number one is
Lakers. Lakers?
the Wizards. I told
Yeah.
you Wizards were 28.
Lakers.
Lakers are 3.
Fuck.
Who's one?
Utah Jazz are 2.
Wow.
No idea how. Number 1, of course, their best player is the definition of a free throw merchant right now.
Thunder?
No.
Oh.
Orlando Magic.
Oh,
yeah.
True.
Paolo's a fucking train. All he does is get fouled. He just sprints in there and gets hit.
But yeah, so for the Bucks though, you have to be able to have something else. And I promise you we're gonna get to the middle of the season or the playoffs, and every Bucks fan, every NBA fan is gonna watch this series with the Bucks, and they're gonna look at the free throw stats, and they're gonna be like, wow, the league is rigged against Giannis. Oh my gosh. Nobody puts these refs in position to make any of those calls. And you see teams really year over year, they can be at the top of a free throw rate and are getting a majority of the calls because of their style of play and because of the things that people do. And just like we saw with the Warriors last year, as soon as you got Jimmy Butler, as soon as you got somebody who knew how to create free throws, the offense felt a lot better because everything wasn't riding or dying on every single shot. And you got some more easy opportunities. All the old players always talk about just see one, go through the hoop and you can get rhythm. Like all those little things happen by getting free throws, and the Bucks aren't doing that right now. So it is something that I want to see them improve at.
They just need ball handlers with some athleticism that can actually create a shot in the paint. They have outside of Ryan Rollins, and thank God Ryan Rollins has been playing the most improved player. So if he wasn't there, it would be desolate around him in terms of ball handling around Giannis. So a third ball handler would be nice. And I'm sure they're viewing KPJ as the answer to that. Even if KPJ is going to be good for you guys, it's not like he's going to be some free throw magnet. It's not exactly his game, I don't think. Unless his free throw rate has climbed in recent years I didn't realize. I'm not looking to him to be a free throw rate answer.
Yeah, outside of those two, my only other saving grace was yo, Cole Anthony, we know you're done fast. We know you're explosive as fuck as at least bare minimum athlete. But even that's not panning out on a consistent margin.
You know what's ironic? Actually, KPJ last year in the 30 games he played with the Bucks, 92nd percentile in shooting foul percentage. So maybe KPJ is the answer. Maybe you guys are going to get 7 free throws a game from KPJ. We'll see.
Checks out. All right.
No, it doesn't. But apparently That's the thing. It was funny when the 45 games of the Clippers, he was getting shooting foul on 8% of his drives. Now it's 13% with the Bucks.
Jesus, ew.
What a jump. He had more usage, so I guess it makes sense.
Okay, next team. Let's go ahead and talk about the Spurs.
Okay, what is the biggest problem they have early in the season?
Last night, they just lost to the Warriors in what felt like a very, very iconic game from Steph Curry. Felt like we were watching the young dog or the old dog go ahead and show why he's still one of the best players in the league.
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest problems for the Spurs right now, super glaring, is that teams shoot 40% from the 3-point line against them. They do not guard the 3-point line well at all. And of course, like when you think about the Spurs and Wemby, who very well could retire as the best defender that we've ever seen in the entirety of our lives, like the talent outside of that defensively is dire, and their game plan when it comes to how they close out on threes is damn near non-existent. Like it's open season against them, and it feels like that's been like kind of a philosophy that they've had over the last like few years, like over the last like 7 years since like 2018, Yeah. And so that just continues to be a real issue for them.
Yeah, they're 15th in volume given up from three and 27th in 3-point shot percentage given up, 29th in corner three percentage. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure part of that is on purpose. They're trying to, cut off the rim and do all that. But yeah, it's always a give and take with that, especially when I've noticed a pattern with the Knicks. Actually, I think it was Zach Lowe point this out, that they do a lot of helping off of shooters and getting back and trying to like purposely play those gaps and force turnovers in that way. And that works when it's OG and McHale and all these guys that are big, long, lengthy defenders doing it. But Jalen Brunson likes to do that, and he is small. Mm-hmm. So if he goes out there and tries to help with the nail and cause some ruckus and get back, you're shooting over his head every time. I think there's a lot of defenders, a lot of these smaller guards that you're probably seeing that with the Spurs.
Yeah. So it's that. I think there's a lot of one-way players on the Spurs. And then also, it's just super tough when your backcourt and De'Aaron Fox is currently shooting 25% from three. And then we don't have to talk about the level of three-point shooter that Stephon Castle is too. Yeah. So that's always tough. They only have one, maybe two decent three-point shooters outside of Wemby, who's not even shooting that well this year. Harrison Barnes. Shout out to him, Mr. Consistent, bro. He's like a solid 3-point shooter, and then there's Devin Vassell. Outside of that, like the spacing is fucking dire, and again, it just feels like they're kind of handy.
I don't know about dire because it's not like it's like a Magic situation, but it's not great. And to your point, like winning the 3-point battle and winning that math part is definitely something that's going to be an issue for them when they have to start these 2-guard lineups with 2 iffy shooters at best. But I have to assume De'Aaron Fox shoots better than 28%. I don't know about Castle, but Fox, I have to assume the shooting comes around.
He will. I believe in him, and I don't know. I might agree. The spacing stuff, it might be dire.
Yeah.
I might go that far right now. Because I don't,
at least from coming from their guard, not even their guard position. Like you're right. Like overall, there's just not a lot of like reliable shooters. But it's just something that to worth note right now in the early space that we're in.
Yeah. And just in general, figuring out the guard. I'm not going to say logjam because most of these guys can play together, but something we talked about in the preseason, just figuring out how to best deploy all these guards when you get everybody healthy is going to be their biggest question. Yeah. And even next spacing is part of it. Ball handling is part of it. Stephon Castle has been an amazing slasher. How do you balance that? Continue to give him his touches in lineups where he's playing with either Dylan Harper or Fox and everybody's healthy. Just in general, having to best maximize everybody on offense while giving Wemby his touches and a good mixture of his own self-created touches with the stuff that people create for him that he can finish. Just figuring out all their offensive pieces is definitely the biggest early question.
Yeah, for sure.
Next team is the Lakers. Fresh off of belt being delivered by the OKC Thunder.
I don't even know it was a belt, man. That felt kind of like old school. That was like a switch. Yeah. That felt like they just took a fucking slipper.
I don't even know. That was straight hand. I was straight hand.
Man.
It was brass knuckles. It was just decimation. So I guess skipping ahead. Do I have OKC on my list?
I think I do.
Okay, we're going to do OKC and the Lakers right now. I'm going to go ahead and commandeer your OKC question. OKC has no questions. They're the best team in the NFL. They are going to win in the NFL. They're the best team
in
the
NBA. They're that too. Fuck it, bro.
Both. They're probably leading the league in interceptions over there too. They are going to win the NBA Finals again if they're healthy. This team is otherworldly. Shea has sat 6 of the 13 fourth quarters this season. They are handing out belt left and right, and J-Dub hasn't played a single game. And the Lakers are the newest recipient of that belt. You could tell they got up to beat the shit out of the Lakers because last time they played the Lakers in the regular season was the game last season where the Lakers beat them in like game 68 because they set this Lakers franchise record for 3 points made. They had an insane magnet ball and gave us a 4-day discourse cycle about the OKC Thunder not being able to beat the top dogs out there because they hit a lot of threes. And I can tell they walked into this game with that memory in there, and they beat the hell out of the Lakers. So OKC, no questions, no problems. The Lakers, in terms of them being completely destroyed by the Thunder, I'm not taking too much away from that because the Thunder are the best team and they're just much better, especially without LeBron James. But I think one thing that we've seen in recent weeks, including this game, obviously, they need another athletic wing really, really badly.
Yeah.
They are a slow team, which is always going to be a thing with Luka Doncic. Hopefully getting their second round pick, Adu Thero, into the lineup eventually when he's back from injury. Hopefully he can add an injection of speed at least when he's out there just running around, being fast, running in transition. They need those type of young guys that can just move up and down the court. And obviously a wing defender is the other half of that. But especially one that's athletic and can give them some type of juice, because Rui Hachimura as your best wing is not that at all. Doesn't crash the boards whatsoever. Doesn't run in transition whatsoever. Isn't an on-ball defender. They need another guy there that can flank Austin Reeves and Luka with some type of athleticism.
Yeah, like, bro, the game was interesting for like maybe 5 minutes, and after that,
Not even.
the next like they were somewhat in it for 5 minutes, and then after that, the next 16 minutes, 10 minutes later, bro, 11 minutes later, it was fucking over.
Yeah, it was only 5 minutes because they missed their first couple shots.
Yeah,
and then they just didn't miss. Like they put a graphic on the screen where it was like the Thunder. Oh, they started the game 0 for 3, then they went 7 for 7 until Casey Wallace took some terrible layup. But like they were just on fire. They were just clicking, and so it is very scary that J-Dub's not here yet.
They're gonna win it all again, man. It's gonna so much overanalyzing of the Western Conference picture this season. They're gonna win it all again.
Yeah, OKC was my team. You already said all the words for me. Again, they have no fucking issues.
No, they weren't.
What?
We both picked.
No. He said it.
No.
Okay.
No.
I was like, you switched it already?
No, like they were my team on this list, and you said all the words already. Like they have no issues at all. The only issue that anybody could possibly like conjure up, you got to be super big brain, tinfoil hat. All these picks, how all they're making all these NBA teams suffer. They're like the in real life debt collectors of the fucking NBA, bro. It's like, hey, buddy, you remember me? You owe me pay up in the worst possible times when you're down bad. So I guess I'm in like a
their Salt Lake Toe.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Great show, by the way.
When you
miss it,
you said they're what?
Salt Lake Toe. You ever
It's
see that?
South Beach Toe.
No, they had
Salt Lake Toe.
They had another one.
What are y'all talking about?
Was it
Toe
South Beach
shows.
Toe?
It's South Beach.
There were multiple toe
It's
shows.
in North Carolina, and there's one in Miami.
What are these toes we're speaking of?
On True TV. Yeah.
Yep. You remember the black lady with the dreads? She was Miami, I think. South Lake Toe. You're right. I think so.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, toe.
Yeah.
The tow truck.
Yes,
I thought you were saying toes
No,
like feet.
There were multiple shows on True TV that would go around where they would just have people repo other people.
Yeah, and just take it while they're like the kids are in the playground or some just fucked up
Just
situation.
to go repo Visa Zubats.
Exactly. OKC are the repo guys. They're the worst tow truck company in the fucking world.
It's like that dude on TikTok a couple years ago where he was the repo man and he would repo somebody's car and played the baby in the background.
I remember that guy.
He was hooping.
He had a run. Is he still posting? I bet he is.
I don't know, but they was trying to like fight him every single time. There was a couple times where he got caught.
I remember that guy. That guy was the best.
Yo, that show was so fucking dramatic for no reason. Top of the year.
But yeah, OKC is in a league of their own. They are clearly the best team in the NBA. It feels in many ways that they're better than last year. They are just so unbelievably dominant right now. It's early season, but like their defensive metrics are just outlandish. They're having like a defensive rating that'd be the best in the league in 2004. Like it's truly insane.
That doesn't make any sense.
The show was called Lizard Lick Toe.
Lizard Lick Toe. Okay.
That's what it was.
Lizard Lick. That's so fucking funny.
I hope that this game though put to bed all the stupid shit that was all over every television network talking about, does this team need LeBron James? I think they're better off without LeBron James. Actually, you see them play a real good team without LeBron and they get immediate belts. They need LeBron badly and they need him to play very well. He can't just be 41-year-old playing 20 minutes a game. Let's ease him in. Let's come off the bench. He needs to be a star still.
Yeah, very rarely do I ever really believe that like losing your best player makes you better. There's a couple of instances where I feel
The
like,
dictator.
where it works, but the Lakers are not one of them.
Yeah, they need LeBron, and so much. LeBron isn't going to single-handedly fix every issue. Like I said, they need a hopefully youngish, but they need a wing defender that's athletic and can run. They need that badly. When we did our tier ranking last week, we put them in the contender tier just because we assume when LeBron comes back, he'll fix so much. I came into that thinking really they're one move away. That was a tier they should have been in because they need a wing really badly. I would like for it to be a guy like Dylan Brooks who can fight over a screen and be a good shooter and like be a on-ball defender, but he's not super athletic. So that's why people go towards like an Andrew Wiggins, a guy who we know has vertical, can hit the boards, can run in transition. They need that really badly. So I think LeBron will fix a lot of the issues. The OKC Thunder destroyed them because they were just blitzing and just dominating Luka on the pick and roll. Casey Wallace getting into his chest. They were hedging really hard with Alex Caruso when they tried to do the small to small screens. Luka couldn't get a single foot inside the 3-point line. So he was settling for step back three after step back three that was going nowhere because once again, Casey Wallace was licking up his nose. He was on him. You can't do that quite as easily if you have LeBron James being the screener, being the guy in the short roll.
Yeah.
He fixes a lot of their problems offensively, but not their wing athleticism one.
Yeah, the Lakers are just sadly, when it comes to, again, facing championship contenders, like the contender for the next, 5-10 years in OKC, they're just too easy to fucking guard, bro. So
yeah,
hopefully
and LeBron will fix that.
When LeBron comes in, speed up the offense a little bit, add more wrinkles and layers to the cake, things will be better. But
yep.
He'll be all right.
Bring me LeBron, trade Dalton Connect for Keon Ellis with a pick, trade Gabe.
You think the Kings want to help you guys?
I think the Kings are stupid and will take what they can get. They'll take these 2 second-round picks in Dalton Connect and they'll like it. And then we trade the rest of our contracts and a first-round pick for Andrew Wiggins and we're up.
Vladdy would never do that.
I don't know why you think that. Vladdy would never do that.
I can't put anything back.
I don't know about that.
You think he would help out the Lakers? Well, I don't know how they
I
think of
think
Keon
he'd
Ellis.
do
Yeah, for years they were trying to get Kyle Kuzma from the Lakers. They're open to trading with the Lakers.
We'll see.
They remember those rumors for like 3 straight years that they wanted him bad. They almost traded Kyle Kuzma for Bielisa back in 2020. That was a big rumor for years. The Lakers needed some spacing back then. They were dying to get Kyle Kuzma.
That's nasty work.
Name on Billy's.
Yeah, I guess another big wing defender, get LeBron back in the door. That's the early problems, is those 2 positions.
Bet. All right, next team. The Philadelphia 76ers.
Okay.
Guess what it is?
I don't know. You got to tell me. I'm not familiar with the 76ers. I've never seen this team before. What's the headline?
The only thing that I could guess is like, I don't know, health maybe?
Of course. of course. Already, Embiid has missed 4 of the last 6 games. He is day-to-day with knee soreness, and this is always the stuff that's even more worrying than, he's actually hurt. Is he's just walking around playing basketball and it's knee soreness, right? And I think that not having Embiid and not having him at full strength, obviously, you are on your last legs of any type of hope of winning with this core. If you still want to consider, Embiid and Paul George, who's on the way back to playing, none of it is going to work if Embiid isn't the normal Embiid that you expect, and he is obviously. He's Embiid, and he can go out and he can score 20 points in his sleep. He does not move well right now, and he does not look like the Joel Embiid of even a year and a half ago, of 9 months ago. The Embiid that we were seeing in the Olympics in 24, that version is gone. And so I think like having your 3 best players be some combination of Maxey, VJ, Grimes, and McCain, it's much easier to have combinations of those 3 players when you have a very dominant big man in the back, covering up everybody defensively. That's not there anymore. Yeah. And that's just kind of like where we're at with the Sixers.
I'm past caring about Joel Embiid and Paul George. That just is what it is.
Yeah.
I think the biggest problem is this funny tweet I saw yesterday. In the third quarter, they have an offensive rating that would be 30th, or points per game that would be 30th in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Every other quarter, they're top 5 in points scored. Why are they incapable of scoring in the third quarter? Why do they come out of halftime and lay an egg every game, make every game a fucking gunfight in the fourth quarter?
That's peak entertainment. I have no fucking idea why, bro.
I've watched so many close fourth quarter finishes of the 76ers this year.
Mm-hmm.
And so every third quarter, they get bruised.
Yeah, they do. Up until the fourth quarter comes around and Tyrese Maxey just locks the fuck back in. And then he has guys like Trent Wofford, who's fucking I'm not going to say special, like, one of the best players. But, he's a very pleasant surprise and one of the glaring positive traits from the Sixers this year. So
yeah, I guess another early small problem is after the first 3 games, VJ Edgecombe has hit a little bit of a rookie wall, and their fans are panicking because they had declared him. That's how one tweet where he was the first few games VJ Edgecombe was going crazy. The fans were happy. Somebody quoted it and said, "Y'all got to relax. He'll probably never be better than Jimmy Butler. That's the best outcome." And they were like, "Who do you think Jimmy Butler is? We're aiming way higher than that." So they had already told themselves that he's the second coming of Jesus Christ in year 1.
Yeah.
So now he's had some regular rookie performances where he's shooting quite poorly, and they're panicking.
Which is Again, it's fine. The best thing about VJ Edgecombe and the stuff that was also very apparent in the first couple games when he was hooping is that his impact is not 100% based on his scoring. Like he's already had really, really big game shifting, momentum saving plays that have nothing to do with him shooting the ball. If you go to the Boston game, he met Jaylen Brown at the rim, blocked him, and was able to come down and still facilitate offense and make the right passes. He's fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
It's okay.
Early season problem is you guys need to recalibrate your expectations about a rookie guard that is like 6'1". You guys need to let him have time to develop because he's not going to be 25.
He's not 6'1". That's OD small.
He's 6'5"?
Yes, he's bigger.
Not.
He's like 6'5",
I was joking about 6'1". I was joking, but he's not 6'5".
He's listed at 6'5".
He's not 6'5".
And so
I think he's probably 6'4".
I was joking to say he's smaller than he's listed at. I know he's not 6'1". He's not 6'5".
Huh?
I think 6'3". I don't think he's 6'5".
Dude, he's small.
I think he's probably 6'4", maybe 6'3.5".
He's not literally 6'1", but I would say he's literally not 6'5". There's no chance in hell he's 6'5", is what I was saying.
Yeah.
I think he might be closer. I don't know. So closer to 6'1" than 6'5" would mean 6'2.5". I think he might be 6'2.5", 6'3".
He looks visibly bigger than Tyrese Maxey. Like taller than Tyrese
Again,
Maxey.
Maxey's height might also be a
Guys are
little
small.
bit inflated.
And maybe it's because he has like thinner shoulders and he's like a little bit like he's still a rookie build, but he looks small out there. So
Maxey's listed at 6'2".
I think VG might be 6'2.5".
Nah, I think he's a little bit bigger than that. But needless to say, you're right. They are small as fucking. There's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah,
Beat or not, it's all cooked.
I had to say they're small, so he plays like a small guard right now. So give him time to develop. Is what I'm saying. Like don't expect too much right away.
Yeah, these last few games for him has been like pretty nasty. 2 for 11, 3 for 9, 5 for 15, 3 for 14, 4 for 12. It's been
it's tour dates. It's tour dates,
start.
but it's fine. It's okay. He's a rookie. We're in the first 10 to 12 games of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Just relax. Just because he went crazy in the first 3 games, if he had it would have been better then for people's expectations. If he just had mad regular games, he's not going to be, Luka, where from year one he's averaging 24 points a game, and now he's first team all NBA consecutively. For a majority of players, it's going to take a little bit of time, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, exactly.
VJ was measured at the combine at 6'4" without shoes. So,
that checks out.
Yeah. So okay, listen, he feels real small out there. He looks short, but okay.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Next team. Let's go ahead and talk about the Houston Rockets.
Okay.
They've been just fine so far this year. Reed Shepherd, I think everyone had tremendous expectations for him to at least produce positive on the court, and that's exactly what he's doing. Kevin Durant still looks like KD. He hasn't aged. Well, he's aged obviously, but not to an insane degree.
I completely disagree.
What do you? Why so?
In terms of he looks the same, just to brush it off. Oh, never mind.
He's not a problem.
Go ahead and
is what
finish.
I'm saying.
My bad.
He's not a problem at all. Sengun still developing. You feel good about this team. They're 7-3, one of the better teams in the Western Conference. I think right now one of the bigger problems, at least for me, is that they've fallen off defensively slightly. So maybe that's because of the whole Kevin Durant thing. You're playing a smaller guard and Reed Shepherd. But what's really painful is seeing how careless and reckless they've been with the ball. And naturally, of course, you don't have no table setter consistently at all. They're 27th in the league in turnovers. Last year, they took care of the ball very well with Fred in the scene and Jalen Green on the scene and Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks on the scene too.
Mm-hmm.
So last year they were 11th. This year they're 27th. That's a huge fucking issue. And that just causes unnecessary points of possession to be just given up for no reason. Now, of course, they're elite because they make it all up because they're one of the best rebounding teams in the league, probably the best statistically. But I think when it comes to thinking about their playoff ceiling, it gets a lot lower when you can't do the simple stuff, which is just give the team careless, needless possessions.
100%. All that to me that you just mentioned at the end is why I wouldn't say KD just looks like KD hasn't lost a step or whatever. His playmaking and handle, combination of assist, turnover, all that stuff, general playmaking has looked rough. It looks like he's way overtaxed, which you expected when they lost their point guard. So this all stands to reason. Early season problem to me is they got to find a way to ask less of KD as a playmaker. He looks... It's probably because the spacing and the style they have to play. There's such a lack of speed to his playmaking right now, where a lot of these turnovers, I think, are because he's just processing it really slow and just handling really slow and wants to play his style of not even his style, 'cause I think it's slower than it used to be. It's like he wants to play a very methodical, slower playmaking approach from the wing. And I just feel like that's why teams are speeding him up, because the lack of processing speed with the lack of spacing is really easy to get into his body and get into those passing lanes when you don't have to worry about the shooters around him. I want to see significantly less playmaking responsibility from KD.
I would say yes, but then also, where's that coming?
It can't exactly. It can't come from anywhere right now. That's the trade thing.
But that's more of like a like foundational issue than like early season issue. Or,
we see the foundation issues early season.
But we also we knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly,
right?
for sure.
So it's really hard to classify it as like early season. It might just be the problem with the Rockets, and I can 100% think like if we're doing something like this where we're going into the playoffs, and it's like one major flaw for every team going into the playoffs. We probably are still going to be talking about the fact that they can't dribble. They turn the ball over at a high rate. They're letting teams back into games because they turn the ball over. And every time that they have an opportunity to take a lead from 14 to 20 and really open the game up, that doesn't happen. You get a run the opposite way.
Yeah.
And teams like the same thing that you said. Once you get into the playoffs and you start playing better teams, if you play OKC, a healthy OKC, they're going to capitalize on that. If you give Jokic extra possessions, he's going to capitalize on that. And so I am a little bit worried about their like long-term ceiling, because 1 to 2 possessions in a playoff series is killer in every single game, and they give it up.
Yeah. And I don't know, it's one of those problems that you can identify, and there probably is something they can do about it besides the trade. I don't know off the top of my head how you do it, but there's certainly ways to deploy Kevin Durant a little bit differently that you aren't asking him to do quite as much playmaking. It will probably be a problem no matter what, just because of the roster constructions. Yeah. But I'm sure there's levers they can pull and things they can slightly adjust to just put a little bit less pressure on him.
Yeah, I agree. It would be super helpful, of course, if guys like Amen and Reed Shepherd were already there as playmakers and lead guards and just did at least rudimentary job of setting the table at a decently well level. But that's just, you just can't expect that out of them. They're playing not out of position necessarily, but that just hasn't been their bag.
Yeah. So the Rockets issue is exactly what we thought it'd be preseason. Yeah. It's just they're a great team because of the defense, because of the rebounding, because of Sengun playmaking. The Kevin Durant playmaking, I think, is probably a hair worse than you would have assumed it would be preseason, just based on what we saw from recent years. So be it. We already know we need a point guard. We still do.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, like, they're still number one in offense. They take the least amount of threes in the league. They go to the fucking rim all the fucking time. They're one of the league's best. Oh, they get to the fucking rim, of course. They always are at the free throw line as well. So they're finding the ways around this, but I think we can all see how this story comes to an end by May or by April.
In the playoffs. They'll need to get a body at the deadline, and I'm sure they will. Yeah. Whether or not it's a great player or someone just good enough to address that issue, they'll probably address it some way.
Ben Simmons, what you doing, man?
Oh my God,
what you on, man?
He's not on anything.
Next team we can talk about. Let's talk about the Dallas Mavericks. Let's keep it in Texas. One early problem that this team has as of today, as of November 13th, Anthony Davis is still on the roster. That's the big problem. Man. Anthony Davis has not been traded yet. And until he does get traded, it will be a problem. I don't even care to talk about the on-court product of this team right now. They've stopped doing Cooper Flagg at point guard quite as much. He's looked better. Surprise, surprise. That's good. Cooper Flagg is looking better day by day. Anthony Davis is at home more day by day. Is not healthy at the moment. As soon as he gets healthy, we need to play him 7 good games in a row so we can trade him and maximize our value and tank this season so we can get a high pick before we lose control of our draft picks for the 4 years after that. To me, that's the only thing that matters now. Post Nico Harrison firing, we no longer have the excuse that we can't trade AD because that would invalidate the Luka trade, and Nico has the ego to keep him around. All that is gone. It is now abundantly clear. He needs to be traded. Probably Klay Thompson, if you can get anything from him. I don't really know. They need to tear it down and try to tank and just maximize Cooper Flagg's development, put him in a good position to succeed, prioritize Brandon Williams, whatever other young guys you want to keep around them, and give a good old-fashioned tank job.
I'm glad you brought up Klay because I'm with that. I think you trade everybody, and they are. Kyrie's lucky he's hurt. Because if he wasn't, I would trade him.
They get some good value for healthy Kyrie,
right? And it's just this whole experiment has obviously with Nico being fired, the whole experiment's done. You lost the trade. It's over. It's done with. You can move forward, and the only thing that is going to make anybody happy is at this point is returning to some sort of normalcy, which is we got the number 1 overall pick. We know that we're in a rebuild for real now. Let's operate like a real team that's in a rebuild and not one that has pseudo competing aspirations.
Where do you want to see Anthony Davis go? Have you guys thought about actual potential situations for him? I've seen a lot of terrible trades. People are like, put him on the Bucks or put him on the Pistons.
Yeah.
And like, in theory, that would work, but for what they'd have to give up monetarily, you really be stripping a lot of important parts of those teams. So I don't think it really makes sense for this current year.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that actually would make sense when you think about the contracts that can actually get rid of?
I said it on the stream as a joke, but I really want to see him on the Knicks.
On the Knicks?
I think that would be an amazing fit for both teams. The Dallas Mavericks just need to be fucking competent because they would have no pathway to go ahead and have a certain amount of stable players around side. Cooper Flag, who lead well into his game, can space the fucking floor and shoot really well. That I think when it comes to Karl Anthony Towns, you expect him to just be like give you a decent floor and be reliable, be healthy, and be somewhat not young, but he can play up to this degree for the next like at least 3 or 4 years. You know, you don't expect that much. It's for someone like Anthony Davis, he will lead you into a championship because of the still one of the better rim finishers, but rim defenders that the league has to offer. He's still at his best. At worst, even at this age, I think he's going to be like a bare minimum top 17 player in the league. I think the ceiling is like tremendous.
If I'm the Mavs, I want no parts of Cat. I'm trading him right after that happens too. I'm getting rid of him as well. Why would they want a 30-year-old star that does nothing for the timeline if we're trying to rebuild? Get him out of here too in a 3-team deal. But I mean, obviously the health thing is the question mark. We're now entering a part where after they did the trade last year, Anthony Davis immediately got hurt, came back at the end of the year, clearly rushing back. It didn't look great. Didn't look like himself. We knew he was coming off an injury, and we shouldn't really expect him to look like Anthony Davis, but it was pretty apparent that he wasn't playing 100%. Coming to this season, he immediately gets hurt again, tries to come back. Once again, we have reports that Nico Harrison tried to rush him back, and the team doctor said no because it's a risk for Achilles tear if you play on this calf, in the same way we've seen many times. The injuries are really starting to pile up, and he's only getting older. And I think we saw a few years where the injuries weren't really that big of an issue for the Lakers. We'll always have ticky-tack stuff, and we'll always miss a good amount of games. But we went a few years without month or two long injuries. I think it's fair now to really, really question if we're ever going to have another season without those big injuries. So that part would concern me for the Knicks, who are as all-in as all-in gets. If they don't make the finals this year, you're not going to have a better year to make it. So you have to be damn sure you have a better chance with Anthony Davis. And on the court, I do agree with you. He'd be a better chance of winning the finals if you got him healthy than the Cat. But man, getting there stuff.
Last 5 years, before this year, games played 36, 40, 56, 76, 51. There's 1 year over 60 games, and he's probably not going to play 60 games this year. So
and like 56 is okay.
Yeah,
like 51,
and that's borderline.
Yeah.
56 was before he turned 30.
Yeah.
He's 32 right now,
and he's not exactly
it's not going to
like,
happen.
The athleticism isn't necessarily like aging super well.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. I will say, going off of one Photoshop that I saw on Twitter, I would love to see him in Chicago with the Bulls. He looked like he fit in
the storyline wise too would be fun.
Yeah,
but they're all about speed now, and they have this whole thing going on. I don't really care about that.
Sense.
They've lost many games in a row. I'm not someone that's bought in on like we got to get this vision executed, but that I do buy that having a vision is important for them for whatever their fucking goals are.
Yeah.
Do you think AD is a good fit there for that?
Okay, so like
if Vooch can do it, he can do it to some extent.
Yes, but also playing fast. It's very fun when you suck. It's like it's so fun when you have no expectations. You're like these guys, they just get out and run, and they play so hard. The first 6 games, all the Bulls fans are like, hey, maybe this is a real team. The way you get to be a real team is either A, you add more talent, or you play some actual defense. Mm-hmm. And adding AD would solve both of those. And I think that it would bring a little bit more legitimacy to what the Bulls operation is. Mm-hmm. And depending on his health situation, you would still be able to secure your spot in the play-in the way that you do every single year. And you would still be able to be competitive and compete for, maybe we could be actually frisky in the first round. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Would you give up Kobe White, Patrick Williams, and a pick?
Sure. That sucks for the Mavericks. I'd rather have Cat, but sure.
I mean, I'd rather have Cat if I want to win.
Like I don't because I feel like I can get some more for Kobe White and not give up a pick for a 32-year-old AD.
I mean, 32, not 38. So I think he does still have value for at least one more trade.
Well,
AD's 32 feel like 36.
No, I get it. I just feel like the market probably won't be. He's not Embiid in that way. That like people feel like there's no chance he stays healthy. You can't add value to a deal. Like,
Yeah.
I think he probably has one more deal where he brings something of value.
Yeah, I agree.
Whether it's right or wrong, time will tell. I don't know if
yeah.
it would be a good trade, but I just think they'd probably have enough leverage to get something from a team.
I think the only other team that I can think of outside of the Knicks who would trade AD for actual like aspiration, want to win a championship.
Also, real quick, they also wouldn't do that. It's big CAA over here, and you know
he's a clutch.
He's clutch guy. It's not
Fair.
I don't care about that, but I guess so. But
That stuff does mean something.
you're right. Outside of that team, when it comes to thinking about what contender could try to trade for AD to make a real run or at least be like an actual pain point to deal with in the playoffs, for me, I think about the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now it's tough because Rudy Gobert is getting old, and if you do want to do this trade, how would it work logistically? Does Jaden McDaniels be added into that, or do you fill out a way exactly to like add on other salary on top of Rudy Gobert? And then when you talk about Rudy Gobert, it's like he's literally the identity of this team.
What does Gobert
on
make?
the back end?
I'm looking it up right now.
Something
So
disgusting.
so
Like 40-something.
If it's 40 something, that's close to AD. AD doesn't make that much.
So Gobert right now, he's just started a 3-year extension.
Damn, he just started a 3-year extension.
Oh yeah, you gotta get him right in.
35 this year, 36 and a half next year, and then the last year is a player option for 38.
Okay,
And what's AD at? Mid 40s?
yeah, something like that.
I would check that as
If
well.
we can, I don't know. Remember what salary filler the Timberwolves have? I'm assuming it's a $10 million contract they don't want. But then again, these days, these good teams have less and less salary filler because they're making the most of their money.
Okay, AD, 3 years left. 54 this year.
Never mind.
54 this year, 58 and a half next year. Player option for 62.7
That's tough.
the year after.
All right, you trade Nas, Reed, and Gobert for Anthony Davis. If
Yeah, I
you
would do
thought
that.
Anthony Davis would be healthy, I would do that for them.
And
But I don't think he's gonna be healthy.
how long is AD's career or his contract?
Both have 3-year contracts, 2 years with the play option.
Maybe if I didn't lose Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I'd feel okay about doing a 2-for-1.
Then that's why if you traded AD to the Timberwolves and you had to put Gobert and Nas Reed, you have no depth whatsoever. Like you really are asking Terrence Shannon to be like, hey, you have to come in and be 6th man of the year right now.
And we lose Nas, so we lose a power forward. What's his, Leonard Miller get ready to finally play NBA basketball for the first time?
Yeah, bro. That's tough. I don't that wouldn't work.
No, they wouldn't. It would be too big of a part of their identity. So I don't. The point is, I don't know who. There's no clear team. I've seen some people float out the Miami Heat. Again,
Bam. Why would I want to do that?
And it's the antithesis of their current play style that's making it work so well.
Yeah.
I do think you could play Bam and AD together. That could probably be pretty filthy. But the way they want to play is so ball handling dependent and so putting the ball on the court, keeping it moving real fast. That is not current day AD. The ball handling is gone. He's a rich man's Rudy Gobert now. In terms of like you want to have him be a downhill pick and roll finisher, give him dump offs, give him some post touches close up. Yeah. I don't want him attacking from the 3-point line anymore. Those days of him being a ball handler, putting it on the court from up high, those days are gone.
Yeah. I can agree with that. So outside of that, like any team that trades for AD in general, doesn't matter. You're going to be doing this trade with risk. And I think that more often than not, we will find teams who are up to nothing, teams that are just trying to establish themselves, like the Charlotte Hornets. Go ahead and do something like that. But even then, I'm like, bro, they got Cockburn. Like, he's hooping. Why the fuck would you want to mess with that? So it's hard to talk about an AD trade right now.
Maybe like the Grizzlies, if they have to trade Ja and get somebody else expensive in the door in a 3-team deal, they just want to build around Jaren and AD.
Sure.
I guess. But like that'd be a complicated 3-team trade. Like
that's nasty within itself too.
Because
like
if you ship,
they're too smart. They're too smart to want an injured product.
Yeah, but if you ship Derek White out there and then you get AD this year, it's a lost year anyways. You say, listen, come here, rehab, you'll be
Where's
all
the
right.
money being brought up though? Like that's Derek White makes significantly less. Derek White makes half of that.
Yeah, he makes 30. I don't know. You got to bring in some other people.
Yeah, you got to be creative.
76ers?
No. Hell no.
You ship out Paul George?
We already got our own issues.
You ship out Paul George? Get that money out of there and you have AD?
We have to attach like a pick
Time
here,
out.
so I'm good.
For the Mavericks fans,
Dude, I wouldn't wish that on you.
A wing duo of Klay Thompson and Paul George right now.
Raptors. We trade RJ Barrett.
That's the theme song of the year.
Would you trade RJ Barrett and Emmanuel
With
Quickley?
you, baby. Just two-stepping.
Yeah. So worse. I wouldn't want my worst enemy to experience that. Fuck.
RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley for Anthony Davis.
RJ Barrett and Emmanuel. If
Or
I was the
what
Mavericks,
does Jakob Poeltl make?
I don't know.
he
But
just
let's
got
do
an
it.
extension this year.
Pirtle and
Big
Quickley.
one,
Actually,
too.
he got an extension, so you can't trade him. Right now.
Let's do it. They will be traded for the rest of their careers together. And like quickly, shout out to him. And honestly, we could take this time to transition over to Toronto.
Do we have
We're
to?
just happy.
But like, and okay, so shout out to Quickley because the last couple games he has been playing well. Before that, he was looking like one of the worst contracts in the league. He's fine now. It's okay. I think for them,
Two
like,
games got you saying he's fine now. He's okay.
3 games.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah, it's getting it. The last couple games have not looked like he is the worst player in the league, and it was looking.
Oh yeah, he's not the worst player in the league.
Yeah, it was looking pretty bad.
Okay, what's your Raptors' early season problem?
So they are not good enough at defending the rim. Like they are bottom 3 in the league in terms of volume, and so like for them to allow people to get to the rim as much as they do, the trade off isn't there. Like there's a lot of teams where they're if you look at like people's efficiency whenever they get to the rim, it is pretty high. But then you look at the volume, and it's like, oh, people barely get there anyways. So it's fine. It nets out. Their defense and where it's at right now, it's not amazing. They also foul a lot. So I think like their defense kind of feels a little bit flimsy and still like in a transitional state. Like they're still trying to figure out what they want to be. And obviously like we see that on the floor. Like we saw them very, very early on commit to this very like high pressurized defensive system. They moved away from that. So they're still trying to figure out where they want to hang their hat on defensively. But right now, that's something that they should figure out because their trio of BI, Scotty, and RJ, that trio has been playing well. And that trio has been looking good. And so offensively, you have something there. I think they just need to figure out what they want to do and where they can really elevate defensively. So that's the early problem for the Raptors.
Okay, checks out. Yeah, they've been playing a lot better as of late. I remember earlier in the year, and even in the offseason too, we were all like, oh, they got BI now. Is like RJ Barrett really that useful? Do you want to keep him around? And it's hard because not homegrown talent, but he's a homegrown product, I guess, because he's Canadian too, and he's not playing terrible, per se. But I feel like this team is in the loom for sure for like escaping mid, which is what they are right now, which is like way better than what they've been over the last few years. To like, okay, like you can be a decently sized 45-win team, 44-win team once you figure out a way to maximize truly BI and Scotty Barnes. But they're higher now. They're solid. Also,
plus their bench guys, like they are very, very, very inconsistent. And like Jacoby Walter, hey buddy, I'm gonna need you to step up.
Yeah. It's
so
nasty.
Yeah, that's Raptors talk for the day.
Okay, let's get this thinker out the way real quick. You want to talk about the Hornets?
Hell no, but it's your team, not mine.
Let's go ahead and do it. The Hornets, for the first time in goddamn since I don't know when, have a decent paint defense, bro. So that's like amazing for them. Khan is a great rookie, but I fear none of that shit matters because LaMelo Ball is once again injured to guess what? Surprise, surprise. His fucking ankle.
At this point, I think we need to be beyond panicking about these ankles. We've talked about it for years now that like these ankles, man, what's going on? And we keep like referencing it in jest. Like we need to tape his ankles up. This is clearly a debilitating issue that's going year after year, derailing seasons for him. Like I think this deserves more panic than even Hornets fans are giving it.
Yeah, I agree with you because like as great or not great as they've taken like a couple more steps to be a serious franchise. Like Honda is great, bro. You have all these other random bodies who are actually producing decent basketball. You're a regular NBA team now. You're still not good, but you're regular, bro. You're regular bad. It doesn't matter because your whole organization is clouded by like, okay, we're bad, but we have a chance to be somewhat decent. But this superstar guy who we view as a superstar in our own light makes so much money. We are building around him. We don't take point guards. You don't like we draft a certain way because of you, and you're not even here. Like, what do we do?
25% of their cap for the next 4 seasons. 37 million, 40 million, 45 million, 46 million. It's tied to a guy who just cannot play. Like, we're entering panic territory pretty soon by the LaMelo Ball thing. And it's a goddamn shame because you mentioned that they look a little more competent now. They look very competent. Their ability to generate threes has been incredible. When they got Charles Lee from the Celtics, fresh off of the year where the Celtics, like, mastered NBA math by doing the crazy 3-point volume thing. The thought was that he would go in there and make their offense competent and build around LaMelo the right way, doing Celtics basketball, doing math ball, and getting LaMelo ball to get his 3-point value up high, create paint touches, keep the ball moving to the teammates and so forth. But last year, the talent was an utter disaster. It looked horrible. We couldn't even really tell if Charles Lee was a good coach. With Kahn this year and with Kalkbrenner being a more than competent defensive rebounder and big man down low, I think we're seeing that. I think we're seeing him install a very, very competent offensive system that plays modern NBA basketball, that if LaMelo was healthy and if Brandon Miller was healthy, they continue to be one of the top offenses in the league like they were for those first 3 games. That to me felt somewhat real.
As we speak right now, they are the 15th best offense in the league. Biggest improvement considering they were the worst offense in the league last year.
And they would have been top 5 if LaMelo and Brandon Miller were playing. I feel pretty good about that. Does it matter? Does it matter at all that I feel good about that?
No.
I don't think it matters whatsoever because how many years can we do this LaMelo Ball thing? Like, it's entering Zion Williamson territory where I just feel like I cannot have any faith anymore. That even if I like LaMelo Ball and I feel good about the style of play and I say, if Brandon Miller didn't get these unlucky injuries, that him and LaMelo would be one of the more encouraging young duos in the league with a smart coach. And Kahn is going to be a fantastic fit around that. And like, I can sell myself on this vision now a little bit. Does it matter? I feel like nothing matters.
No, it doesn't matter. LaMelo, games played. His rookie year, he played 51. Second year, 75. Since then, 36, 22, 47, and then 6 games this year.
He's already missed half of the season so far.
Exactly. Unless Steph Curry opens a sleepaway camp that you can send LaMelo Ball to and help him and give him the secret sauce that helped him fix his ankles, unless that is the case, this is Zion Williamson territory.
It is.
He's already there.
Mm-hmm.
He's already there. He has the one season. I saw he had the one season early on where he played 70 games, and then that's it. I don't think that he is somebody that at this point should dictate how you draft. I don't think that he is somebody right now that should dictate the transactions that you are making on a year-by-year basis.
I 100% disagree. He should dictate your transactions because your number one point should be trading him to some team that is willing to believe in his health.
Fair. I mean, like, transactions, yeah. Transactions in terms of building around LaMelo.
Yeah, when you go the other way, it's not that he shouldn't dictate it. It's that we need to actively make him no longer part of this plan, I think.
Fair.
Yeah.
If you feel good about Charles Lee and you want to give him a chance to have a roster that is somewhat viable, if you want to make sure that Charles Lee is a good coach and like make it so he has enough of a chance that you don't feel like he has to be fired, like a lot of these other coaches that don't get a chance are, I don't think he can be a part of this long-term vision. And that's not an indictment on his style of play, on his care for basketball, his professionalism, his leadership, his efficiency, anything. No, that's all secondary. My opinion on that is a moot point now if we feel like we cannot rely on him.
And that's so wildly unfair. And it feels like the Charlotte Hornets, as their fans have been constantly robbed, bro. Like, bro, Kalkbrenner should be talked about as the steal of the 2025 NBA draft. We should be talking about how Concanipool has looked like the best rookie consistently throughout the entirety of the year. But none of it fucking matters at the end of the day because you continuously have this big cloud around you. You have this stank. You have this stench on your organization because no one knows how to talk about you. No one can project your future. No one can sit down and like talk about how, this insane star duo, cool people. No, it doesn't matter. No one cares.
And we haven't even touched on the fact that Brandon Miller also hasn't been healthy like ever.
Yeah.
Like at this point where it becomes a point where you get so many years in a row with like the same injury like LaMelo that we just like can't give you grace anymore. We're still in the give grace era to Brandon Miller because like it's been different injuries and it's only a couple of years. So it could just be nothing. It could be lack of luck. Mm-hmm. But damn, being this unlucky with your 2 top picks, quite unfortunate.
Can't live like this, bro. Cannot live like this.
Yeah, early problem for the Hornets. You just can't live like this. Mm-hmm. Right or wrong, you can't do it. It's unfortunate. Let's talk about another team that can't live like this, but will keep living like this, and it will be funny to the rest of the world. The Los Angeles Clippers are my next team.
Goddamn. Okay, I'm gonna talk for you real quick. Okay, something that's been fucking annoying. I love the Clippers.
Take it away, Chip.
They've been like one of the one of the more surprising teams in the goddamn league because it's like, this is the year that fell off. Nope, they don't. They just go ahead and roll out one of the 6-7 best defenses that the league has to offer constantly, bro. And they just get carried by the coast of James Harden. He shows up, gives you the best 24 minutes that the league fucking has to offer, bro. And then it falls off of a cliff. I think right now, something that the Clippers are terrible at is developing young talent. You can't name one singular young player that they've sat down, especially a guard that they've sat down and developed to a degree to where they're actually like relied upon. The only young player on the team that they have, young player that they've sat down and developed, is Zubac. Outside of that, they trade everyone. They don't develop anyone. They don't give anyone time or luck, and that's something that Ty Lue, that's not necessarily his bag. They have no one to show for, and it's bleeding right now because you don't have Norman Powell anymore. We didn't talk about it yet, obviously, because Bradley Beal, he went ahead and broke his hip. He's out for the fucking year. Times like this is when you rely on your developmental team, on these young players, and you want to see someone get more of a scoring load, get more opportunity. And now they're in dire need of that because Harden's doing all this shit himself. Kawhi Leonard. I'm not finna rely on him. You have nothing to rely on at all, bruh. So
Jokic just dropped 55 on the Jokic stopper, outscoring their starters in the game.
Yeah, I think he had 50 by the time the third quarter ended.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he had 40 something. He missed like 5 shots on the night. He missed 3 of his first 4 shots.
Yeah, so Mo just had a whole lot of frustration. He just let it all out in the Clippers. Early problem is they're horrible at offense right now. They are 22nd in offensive rating. They are 28th in turnover percentage. They're 19th in offensive rebound percentage. 26th in free throw rates. They do not do anything particularly well on the offensive end. Their half-court offensive rating is 12th. For them to be viable, that needs to be top 5. For the way they play this slow with James Harden and Kawhi Leonard and Zubac as your best players, they're obviously not going to be some fantastic transition team. They have to be top flight half-court offense, executing perfectly. They are not that in any way. They aren't that good at anything, and that's a problem because they're old. Their starting center in Zubac is having a down year after last year in which he made himself an all-star. Brook Lopez is beyond cooked. Chris Paul is beyond cooked, barely even plays anymore. They brought in Bradley Beal to be the Norm Powell replacement so they could trade Norm Powell for John Collins to give them some, versatility in the front court. Give them another wing who can, run the court, shoot threes, get this different type of style. They haven't had a real power forward in a long time. Kawhi Leonard has essentially been their power forward. So they wanted to look there and thought John Collins would be a good fit. So they get rid of Norm Powell. Norm Powell has been the biggest, most missed part of this team by far. They brought in Bradley Beal to come replace him and say, we give him less money, we can get a close to approximate version of what Norm Powell gave us. Nope, he fell off completely. He is beyond cooked, and now he's out for the season. So you can't even tell yourself that he'll get better because he's gone, and some fans will celebrate and say, woo, no Bradley Beal, don't got to play him anymore. Now you have an exactly 0% chance of replacing Norm Powell. So you are just a worse team now without a player who was very important as a play finisher next to Harden, who is a slow player. Norm Powell is 6'5", Michael Porter Jr. He'll get that shot up immediately, no hesitation, over closeouts. Nobody on this team can do that in the half court. Now they're starting Chris Dunn, not going to shoot over a closeout. Kawhi Leonard is going to play slow and not necessarily pull it running off a screen. Lord knows Derrick Jones Jr. isn't doing that. I don't know who is going to be the shooters to fit around this James Harden style of play.
Yeah, they have no guys, and this is what happens when you don't develop your young talent. And like you can name, there's not a single team in the league right now outside of maybe like a few shitters, but they stand out alone as the lone team that has no ability to find or seek any talent from the wing position at all. They don't have no guys there.
Who's the last good players the Lakers picked?
Well, okay.
Yeah.
I will say Dalton Connect is a person. He exists, and he is better than the Clippers guy.
I don't know if that's true, but
it is true. There's no one. Cam Christie?
Dalton Connect doesn't play for a reason. But nevertheless, these two teams are in the class of their own of being good teams that do nothing on the draft these past few years. Yeah. And it's a problem. They have nothing to replenish it.
They really do not, man.
Everything we thought we'd see early last season, when after the Paul George trade, we wrote this team off and said, that's the 11 seed right there. It's been a good run, but how do you possibly rebound from that? If they rebounded from it because Norm Powell was there, James Harden and Zubac had a fantastic year. Those two are having a slightly less fantastic year, and Norm Powell is no longer there. Feels like we're watching the team we expected last year. Yeah. And we give them credit coming to this year because they proved us so wrong last year. We said, okay, I guess we're not going to write them off until they show us we should. It's still too early in the season to do that. We've seen Ty Lue be the best coach in the world for stretches and figure things out on the fly. That possibility is still out there. I'm not here saying they need to blow it up and need to figure out a new path forward. I'll say that 40 games in if that's the problem. But it's feeling real adjacent to that. It's feeling like the clock is goddamn ticking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's over.
It probably is, but
it is done. Like they fooled is the wrong word because they actually like did, because they were good last year. Mm-hmm. And I 100% like believed them in everything that they were doing. They were able to delay kind of the teardown that was gonna have to happen when you have an all-in move like 2019 where you gave up all of these picks in this specific moment, and one of those guys is gone now. Kawhi's always hurt, and you didn't get to reap the benefits. Even if they did win a championship, you knew that this was going to be the situation because you used all of your assets to go get Kawhi and Paul George, and then you used all of your assets again to go get James Harden. So you have been dismissing first round picks for the last 6 or 7 years.
Yeah,
this is what it's come down to. So it's fine.
And even if they
I'm very happy.
Even if they do go ahead and trade Ty Lue, what do you expect the next coach to do? There's nothing that he can do to make this roster work and go. Maybe you can change his offense. Yeah, play like way faster, sure. But even then, like, congratulations, you're the 9th seed, you're the 10th seed. Like, there's no way out of the situation right now unless like Kawhi Leonard magically gets healthy and plays the rest of the season. That's the only way out.
Yeah, if he plays the rest of the season, which he never does, and if he plays exceptional like he doesn't do anymore. If he's once again a top 10 player, sure, we can get out of this somehow. That's the last thing I want to bet on. That's not a safe bet. It could happen. We could get a good Kawhi Leonard season. That's not impossible. A good Kawhi Leonard season is like 58 games played, and he's playing at like a third team All-NBA level. That option is out there. Like I said, they're not a 0% chance of figuring out how to turn the season around. They're not the Kings. They're not a team where we're just like absolute cooked. They have too much talent for that. But every day that goes on, it feels more and more Kings-like.
You guys don't understand how passionate I am about this because we, as an NBA fan base, need to see the Clippers be competent because, again, you mentioned earlier, I think before the pod, they don't have the full control of their pick at all. And so OKC, again, the debt collector, it's just rubbing their hands. You're just waiting to go ahead and take your goddamn booty, bruh. That's what they do.
That's crazy.
Okay.
They're taking their treasure, bro.
Wait. Can you keep this tweet up? Because it says, this has probably been said like 1,000 times, but the Clippers franchise needs to be abolished for what they created.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with this, and I'm thinking because we've gone through the teams, and there's always teams that we get up here and we're like, yeah, we'll breeze by them because they're not good. I'm about to do it with the Brooklyn Nets. We should cut the league down. We keep talking about expansion. Let's shrink it back
You're
down.
right. We talk a lot about relegation as a punishment. Abolishment is the next step.
Listen, we shrink the league. We go Premier League style. Adam Silver loves soccer. Shrink the league, Premier League style.
Right.
20 teams in the league. Every team plays each other 4 times a year, 76 games. We can lose 6 games. It's fine. The remaining 10 teams, you are in a lower league with the European League.
And they're making one too. You're right.
Exactly. And that's the relegation league. That is the way that we need to go. That's how we need to operate because there's always around 10 teams that just consistently, year over year, decade over decade,
He said we sending Chris Dunn to Albuquerque.
are some of the worst teams in the world. For real.
How mad I would be if I was someone like Chris Dunn, bro.
We're sending him to Stockholm.
What the fuck you mean, bro?
He'd love it over there. But yes, that's what we need to do.
Get ready to speak Melbourne, Kawhi.
Yes.
He's so fucking mad, bro.
We're expanding worldwide.
Yo, competition.
Too much Beijing.
Competition in the league would be at an all-time fucking high, bro.
It would be so lit. It would be very funny because like from the secondary league, we get a YouTube vlog where it's like the episode from The Bear where they send a whole boy to Copenhagen and he's out here like making pictures on a boat. Like that's what I need from Chris Dunn.
Oh, we're gonna have Brook Lopez finishing his career in Seoul.
Yes, shrink the league. No more expansion.
All right, let's do a lightning round of all the crappy teams we have.
All right, Brooklyn Nets. One, you suck and you have no culture. Nobody's having fun, and you also don't play your rookies in a rebuild. You picked mad rookies. None of them play like over 22 minutes a game. This is ridiculous. This is why you have them.
Yeah.
This is what this time is for.
Early season problem for them is that we don't know who the good point guard is yet. We'll probably get one good one at this batch. Just playing the numbers. I'd like to find out pretty soon. I think we should prioritize that.
Fair.
But easier said than done when you're coaching a team and you need to put a product out there that's like respectable.
2 bad teams I want to get out the way. The Indiana Pacers. Everything. The Washington Wizards. You get blocked a lot. You dead last in rebounding. Easy conversation.
Yeah, the Pacers, you just have no healthy bodies. I'm not watching Pacers games right now. I won't even lie to you. Like, oh my God, they have like 10 players injured. I'm not currently prioritizing them on a game-by-game basis.
This is the bill for using devil magic to get to the finals. You got to pay eventually.
Really what it is the bill for playing into goddamn June because all your players are hurt because they played extra games than everybody.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate.
Full court pressing for 10 months straight is
It's crazy.
that's hell. Like,
I feel
your
so
bodies are gonna
bad for
break
Pascal
down.
Siakam right now, man. So bad.
Yeah, so You're in a gap year, is what it is. Early season problem. You don't really have one. You're kind of tanking. It's kind of a good thing. I mean, it sucks for the guys' bodies who are currently in pain, but all's well. Will end well. When you get Cam Boozer, it'll be great.
Who are your Lightning teams?
You said Wizards?
Yep, Wizards suck at rebounding, get blocked a lot. It's not good right now.
Yeah, they're really not. No, what I really hate? Their team is so small.
Yeah.
I'm dying for them to get a player that's 6'9". Everybody there, like how tall is Keyshawn George?
Keyshawn George, he's 6'9".
He's a full 6'9"?
Yeah, he's
okay.
like
I was
6'8",
thinking he's like
6'9".
6'7".
He's a bigger player.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was gonna say that's their big wing they have.
Mm-hmm.
He plays power forward a lot for them,
Yeah.
and is like the second biggest player on the court besides Sarr, who is not a
He's not
girthy
imposing
center
at all.
Like having those two be your biggest players, I would like Keyshawn George to be my third biggest player by a mile. I want two much bigger bodies down there.
Yeah.
And I'm so sick of watching these like essentially 4-guard lineups they put out there.
You're like Keyshawn 6'7".
Yeah, because everybody else can say 6'9". Good lord.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's 6'7" and is like a shooting guard build, and he plays so much power forward for them. They play so many lineups with these skinny young guards, which is to be expected at this point in the team. I just want to see some wings. I want to see a Kyle Kuzma-sized body out there at some
Yeah,
point.
they just need bigger guys in general.
Yeah, and again, they're rebuilding. They're horrid. They're not making any progress this year. One more draft, and maybe we'll make some progress next year. They're truly horrid.
Yeah.
Lightning round teams that I have. Phoenix Suns. Your biggest problem right now, they're a little bit better than lightning round team. They're not like an embarrassment like those teams are, but it's real simple.
Sorry, go ahead.
Jalen Green is injured again.
Yeah.
Your team is only going as far as the Jalen Green reclamation project takes you this year.
Mhm.
Your real bet for being surprisingly sneaky competent and like making a plane run or something would be that Jalen Green, being a quick trigger off the dribble shooter, can play next to Devin Booker's slow, methodical approach real well, and that duo can be way better than anybody saw coming. He's hurt again. He's out for a month. He played one game. He played 82 games, like almost his entire career.
In back-to-back years before this.
And then he gets here and his hamstrings are falling off. Just unfortunate. Your early season problems, you're just unlucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the Celtics count as a lightning round? Because like,
If you don't got shit to say about them, go for it.
all right, cool. They are soft as hell. They do. They are bad. They're bad at rebounding. They don't score in the paint. They don't have a lot of offensive creators, and things are not going good. They are 6 and 7 right
Their
now.
early season problem is you're winning too many games. You're 6 and 7. You're going to be floating around the 7 seed instead of floating around the 13 seed.
Yeah.
Or actually, they're 11 seed right now. Too high. We need to get far below. The teams in the Eastern Conference on the bottom are 1 and 10, 1 and 10, and 1 and 11. You have more losing to do. You need to catch up. AJ DeBonsa is not going to be handed to you. We need to lose harder. Jaylen Brown is scoring too well. It's a problem. Play him less minutes. What other lightning round teams do I have? Sacramento Kings. I didn't even write anything.
Dude, they're so, bro. I saw their starting lineup.
Another team that would be in the bottom 10 in this other league.
Yes.
Relegation.
Bro, they started Dennis Schroeder, Westbrook, DeMar DeRozan, Sabonis against the Hawks. And the Hawks we're going to talk about them later, fine team. But they got blown by like 30, bro.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Kings fans. I try to give every team their just due and talk about them a little bit. Your biggest early season problem is you haven't blown this bitch up yet.
Yeah,
We're going there. Sabonis needs to be gone. We need to get some value from him and to get whatever else we possibly can for the rest of these guys.
Well, it was so funny. You guys have to catch TD3 this week. We did Tuesdays. It's one of the funniest quotes that I heard, and it was so real because you don't hear it too often. Zach LaVine was like, "Yo, like we don't have the necessary defensive lineup to go ahead and help propel this team to better than what they are right now." And he was like, "Yeah, asking us to play defense is basically asking Rudy Gobert to drop 30. What do you want us to do?" That's so damning.
Yeah,
They're horrible. I hate them. I really, really hate them.
Yeah.
Utah Jazz is my last one. Biggest problem? I don't feel that they have a ton of like huge problems because they're a rebuilding team that's had some spark to them, and I think a lot of the core pieces have played pretty well. You do have a little bit of a point guard problem. Trying to figure out who is going to be your point guard of the future. This isn't a major problem like a lot of these are. This is a good problem, I suppose. Collier versus Keontae George. I saw a game the other night. They played the exact same minutes. They both played 22 minutes exactly. They split it evenly, and they both performed. Actually, no. In that game, George played terribly, and Collier had like 11 assists off the bench.
Yeah.
Off the bench, though. They're still starting George, who was started the year healthy.
Yeah.
Figuring out what you can do with the long-term point guard position, if either of them is the answer, that's an interesting problem, but I guess somewhat of a problem in itself.
Yeah.
Which I don't know the answer to.
No, neither. I was raving about Keyshawn recently. I've tailed off on Keontae recently. I've tailed off on Utah games. I'm so excited to lock back in on them and seeing how like they're kind of.
My last lightning round team, the Miami Heat. A lot of things have been going well for them, but however, they did just get beat by the G League version of the Cleveland Cavaliers, and Bam didn't play, and so when Bam is not there, I think like the thing that I'm curious to see just how much of a problem it's going to be is like, can you still have somewhat of a competent defense without Bam, or is everything 1,000% based on what he's doing?
Yes,
and that's kind of worrying.
Yeah.
You know,
Other thing that this has been talked about to death. I don't have anything new to add to this, but the offense is going so well. This new pace that they're playing with is exceptional. This new, even more advanced version what the Grizzlies were doing last year with Noah LaRoche playing no screen set, lots of isolation, lots of attacking closeouts, worked incredibly well. What happens when Tyler Hero comes in? Is he going to fit the scheme and play it incredibly well? I don't know. A lot of people are assuming no for some reason and assuming he's going to want to do his normal pick and roll thing. I'm assuming he is coached by Eric Spoelstra and will adhere to it just like everybody else that's coached by Eric Spoelstra is. So I'm not worried, but it is something to note.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, I'm sure like Spoelstra's not dumb. Like he can get. I promise you, Tyler Hero can run one pick and roll again. Like he's gonna get.
Yeah, they don't run zero. They just run the lowest percentage, but it's not zero.
Yeah.
Okay, next team, Golden State Warriors. Finishing up the lightning round. Let's go back to a full length conversation. The biggest question for them, the biggest problem, is that I don't know if they're good enough, but I don't know how to really pinpoint it to one thing. We have Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler in post-game conferences talking about we need certain people on this team. Certain people. I won't say any names. Maybe their initials are JK and BP, but I'm not sure I'll say any names. Need to buy in and play their role and not be selfish. But I'm not saying any goddamn names. Let me repeat that. And if Kevin O'Connor goes on Twitter and assumes I'm saying names, fuck you. I'm not saying names. They're making clear they're not saying names, but they also need Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Podziemski to lock in and play their roles, who have not had great last 5 games. That's an issue. Jimmy Butler hasn't been quite as good at lifting the floor around Steph as I think fans have hoped for. They're a little panicky about him being old and not having the juice he once did. Curry had a week of slow-ish games before he exploded last night. That's good. Same thing for Draymond. He locked in an amazing defensive masterclass against Victor Wembanyama. They don't have a lot of ball handling around those guys that you feel good about with JK and Podziemski not playing fantastic. So they don't have the athletic oomph around their old guys. They don't have athletic bigs, anything of that sort. I think every facet of this team and the way they're built around these 3 guys, it's just kind of a question right now.
Yeah, it makes sense. They feel like the Warriors at this stage of their dynastic run, whatever it is, it feels like, hey man, let's get to the playoffs, and then and like that's really what we are trying to play for, especially because they've had a lot of continuity over the last couple years. Obviously, you trade for Jimmy last year, but you've had Steph, Draymond, Pod's there for a couple years. Kuminga's been there for a while. Moody's been there for a while, and they know that in a 7-game series, they feel like they can out execute anybody. And so I think the biggest problem for them is that they do like in a playoff series. I'm not sure if the execution is going to be good enough to get them, because in that game, when the Thunder smoked them, and obviously it's the Thunder
smoking everybody.
Yeah, they smoke everybody. But year over year with the Warriors, and with my aging GOAT, you see the lack of athleticism every single year, and you see that get bigger and bigger. And so knowing that you don't have the guys, the juice offensively to really run with some of the younger teams, that is worrying.
Yeah, they're 12th in defense right now, which I think they'll get a little bit better from. But even if they hover around there, that could be good enough. 21st in offensive rating right now. And granted, Steph Curry's missed a few games, so that's in flux. That they won't be that bad, I don't think. But I don't feel super encouraged by the sustainability of their offense from a regular season perspective. Regular season doesn't matter for them because they're such a veteran-based team. The whole point, like you said, is get to the playoffs, try to smoke whoever's in front of you. I would prefer it if they're not in the play-in tournament. I would prefer it if they didn't have to face the Thunder in the first round. Like, getting a good seed would be helpful. And I don't know if I feel great about the current offensive even like potential to do that.
Yeah, I agree. They've been like also load managing Al Horford too. He's been in and out of the lineup, which good reason. I understand it. But overall, this Warriors team is so wildly inconsistent. Of course, you talked about earlier how Curry's kind of been in and out these last few games too. And
I think he was sick.
Yes, exactly. And I think what's hilarious about this team right now is just kind of feels like a similar story from years past. They're like 5-0 at home and they're 2-6 on the road.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they're just like, it's an insane that's an insane thing to go ahead and understand, because it's like, okay, like at the first few games, again, similar story. They just always start the year very well, and then they slowly tail off for whatever the fuck issues and reasons it is. But man, like, it sucks. I feel like we've been here before, and it's just the same old rah-rah, bro. Just different font this time.
Exactly. I don't know if it's going to stick or not. End of last year, they figured it out. Jimmy came in, gave them the crazy free throw rate that gave them a floor. Also, some like rim attempts that he brought helped round out the offense. They are still fifth in free throw rate so far this season, but they're 23rd in rim volume. So that other half isn't there. And I do kind of feel like Jimmy isn't quite as explosive as he once was. And they made up for that last year with like genius IQ rolling around defensively. And as you see on screen right now, when Draymond's on the court with no Kuminga, they do still have that top end defense. Coming for everything Kuminga did well offensively to start the season, which has slowed down a little bit. He's never going to be a good defender in this context of like elevating them around those guys. So figuring that balance out is still a thing. I feel like they need to figure out every single element of this team.
Yeah,
I agree.
Which, like you said, what's new?
Yeah, same old.
But I'm not panicking per se.
You have a real team you want to talk about, Donovan?
Let's talk about the Chicago Bulls real quick. They like their defense is fugazi.
What? No, they're like one of the best 3-point defenders in the league.
You're telling me they're not the 1 seed?
Bro, he's lying to me right now.
I think you're a fucking hater. I think you hate Josh Giddey for no reason.
Yeah, I'm gonna slash your tires when I go home.
Listen, man, it's fake as hell. They got their defense off a DH gate. Because the first couple games, and whenever they were 5-0, like, again, you look at and again, it's very simple, and they're
6-5 now.
Yeah.
They've lost mad games in a row, and it really is crazy
So
that when you look at the percentage that people were shooting in the first couple games against them, it was the top of the league, and everyone was like, "Wow, like, have they figured out something? Have they figured out like how to defend the 3-point line?" In the last couple games, people are now starting to shoot 40% against them, 37% against them, and starting to get 2 league average or above it. And you see, they've lost 4. They've lost 4 in a row, and 5 of their last 6.
Back in the play-in, back where they're comfortable at 6-5. They are 18th in offense and 18th in defense. Perfect mid.
And this is
perfect mid.
And this is exactly what they were always destined to be. And so if you're a Bulls fan, I hope you didn't get too high about the first couple games, because once again, defense was not something that you can look at this team and say, yes, they're going to do this for 82 games. They are going to hold people to shooting. They had a game. This is actually crazy. I'm looking at the game log. Guess who shot the worst percentage against them in terms of games? The Orlando Magic.
Naturally.
Now, guess what the Magic shot in that game from 3?
13%.
18%.
12.5%.
What the fuck?
I nailed it. Yeah.
Orlando, come on. But yeah, you're not going to play the Magic every night. You're not, and you're also not going to
They're 29th in rim defense.
Right?
The Bulls suck.
It's not sustainable.
It was fun when it lasted.
Oh, no, my bad. They're 29th in rim offense, which might be somehow worse.
The defense is still bad.
Yeah, so currently it's getting bad in the recent games, but overall for the season, they're still 9th in rim efficiency given up because that ridiculous start to the season. But yeah, 29th in rim offense is also.
Yeah.
We were talking about the defense. They also reduced down to 18th in offensive rating. So that part isn't going great either. Yeah, they're just cool, fast. They took the Pacer swag. Good for them. That's going to be an interesting wrinkle to add to their team. They're still a playing team.
Good for them.
Yeah. Nothing changed. Same old.
Biggest problem is they came down to earth. And now they're just who we thought they'd be. Solid 8 or 9 seed.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
No shame in that, though.
Yeah, everyone needs to go ahead and be mid. Speaking about mid, the Atlanta Hawks. This team, we're without Trae Young, but we've been better as of late. We've been playing real good defense. Something that I haven't been able to say for a while. Oh my God, shut your mouth. I wish I had duct tape. Dictator. God damn, I hate that word. It's so unfair because it's like Trey's always, or at least for the last few years, has always been like called the most overrated player in the league by his peers and all. It's just unnecessary. People feel like he's so hateable for whatever reason. But right now, great defense. We lead the league in goddamn turnovers, bro. We turn over the ball so fucking much. Our on-ball creation is dog shit. Jalen Johnson is good, but he's way better with a player like Trae Young. But overall, this team as a whole has been connecting and clicking. But our biggest issue is that, like without Trae, as we speak currently in this state, our offense gets real stagnant real fast. And at half court too, it's scary because you got to force Dyson Daniels to be this lead creator. And clearly, like, he hasn't made that leap necessarily just yet, but he's better in different ways compared to last season. So, hey, man, like, seeing where we are right now, can't be mad at all.
this gift kills me.
Fuck you.
He looks like a cartoon.
Fuck that guy. Goddamn, bro. This
is such a funny agenda. That the Hawks are better without Trae Young.
It's pure clickbait, bro. That's what this shit is. I think right now our record with Trae
pure clickbait.
Yes, it is. Our record with Trae is like 2-3. Without Trae, it's 4-2. Who the fuck cares, bro? Who have we been? It don't matter.
Yeah, it's just funny. I mean, obviously they're not going anywhere without Trae. They might go nowhere with him too, but you have a super zero chance of going nowhere without Trae. The only thing I would say is maybe if you want to draw a negative Trae Young takeaway from this is that maybe there is something here to this defense that should have 0 defensive holes instead of 1. Who, shout out Trae, improvements we talked about a couple years ago. Not the worst defender on the planet, but obviously not average, really.
Yeah.
So maybe there is something that long term we want to build around, something that has not a small guard in it.
Yeah, I think, hey man, for the first time ever, especially in this Trae Young era, we're a top 5 fucking defense.
Crazy.
What the fuck? Like Nickeil Alexander-Walker giving people hell alongside Dyson Daniels and Jalen Johnson. He's been better as of late a little bit. But Zachary Richey playing solid deep. We're committed and we're buying in. We have, again, like you said, no holes to poke at all. We're solid all around. But we don't have someone who's going to raise us currently because Trae's out. So we're all right.
My next team, Minnesota Timberwolves. This is a clear one. This one's very easy. They need a point guard pretty bad. And I do not want to see Anthony Edwards have all the burden in the world of being their point guard because they're starting Dante DiVincenzo next to him, who it was like announced that he's their point guard. No, he's their shooting guard and he's the point guard. And obviously we've talked about it at length in recent weeks. The Rob Dillingham thing. I hope we have a push at some point this season where we see him be somebody who can play, 20 minutes, 25 minutes for them. What is he playing right now? He's currently averaging, don't tell me I'm looking at that right, 9.8 minutes a game?
Yeah, brother.
Good Lord. I what the hell?
Yep.
He's played 88 minutes this season?
Yeah.
That can't be the case. You gave up so many assets to get him. You gave up a future pick that is meaningful. Like that's an asset that was traded by the Spurs.
11.9
minutes per game?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I'm looking at clean the glass, which filters our garbage time.
Yeah.
So about 15% of his minutes are garbage time, which is not a good sign. So he's playing 10 meaningful minutes a game. Fuck. That was your one avenue to getting another creator out there to be the heir apparent to Mike Conley. They knew they needed a next guy after Mike, and they hoped it could be Rob Dillingham. Maybe it still can be. I'm not writing anybody off at this point in their career, at this point in the season when they have all the reason to empower him. But if that doesn't happen and we get to January, it's pretty clear they need to get a point guard at the deadline.
Yeah.
It's also pretty clear they don't have a lot of avenues in terms of getting rid of contracts. You feel good about losing. It's going to be some hard conversations up there in that front office. But I don't think they can go into a playoff series with this little playmaking talent around Anthony Edwards. Yeah. And when I say this little, I mean you have the 10 minutes a game that Mike Conley will play, in a playoff setting, the 5 minutes a game that Rob Dillingham will play, and you got to pray to God that Ant can do all the playmaking with Julius Randle being the secondary playmaker.
Yeah. Well, man, time to be the face of the league. Time to be the best player in the world because it doesn't like. To get a quality point guard, you are gonna have to give up a lot, and I don't know if they truly do have. Like you said, I don't think they have.
There's no avenues for it.
Yeah, it's not really feasible.
Yeah.
So
they could trade Naz Reid.
But now you're small as hell.
Something's got to give.
I mean, you got to make a tough choice, and that sounds like you're playing a lot of Jaden McDaniels and Julius Randle minutes, and like. Yeah, this is gonna be a true trade. You're not just getting better; you're trading off strengths and weaknesses. I think it's a non-negotiable that they go long term without a point guard.
Okay.
So I do think it's negotiable to go long term without Naz Reid. I think you can live with that.
Yeah.
I don't think they're making a finals without a point guard. I think that's a non-starter.
Okay. And that's, I mean, I completely understand. It just any way that you go. Obviously, especially if you're getting a point guard, you're trying to like rewrite your strengths and you're trying to reconfigure on the fly. it just for this team specifically, this next offseason, everybody sit down and just calm down because they've had like if they make that deal that will be 3 straight years
Yeah.
of having a significant piece of your team change and you having to figure out how are we going to operate on the fly in a short amount of time. And so I would like for them to have some form of continuity, some form of, okay, we know who's going to be here. And the bad part is that they just don't have the guys to where you actually have that luxury. So it does suck for them if they end up, making a trade and trading Nas Reed, but it has to be done.
Unless you can trade. I mean, like, obviously, Gobert is insanely important to their defense. The on-off numbers are crazy right now because they have nothing to replace him. Unless you can do something where you try to go out and make, there's all these links to them and John Morant. I don't know if I want to see that.
I would hate that.
I would hate that
right now.
Unless they also get Zach Edey and try to make some all-in move, give them all their picks, give them Rob Dillingham. Maybe you have to give them another young player. So you get Edey and Jaw, and you can like send out Gobert while getting another center in that you feel good about. I don't know. I pulled that out of my ass. That probably doesn't make sense for a million reasons. But like that's the other option they have is like maybe you can get out of the Gobert thing with a smart move. But I'm not thrilled about what their team would look like without Gobert. That obviously ruins their defensive ceiling.
That's a non-starter for me. Earlier in the year, they started off like as a terrible defensive team. I talked about how they're like 27th in rebounding and all that. And as time has gone on, especially over these last like 7 to 5 games, they're inching their way back to a top 10 defense. I assume it's going to like go ahead and the trend is going to continue and be better as well. They're going to probably finish the year out as a top 10 defense too. Man.
Jamie Daniels was great.
He looks amazing.
He's ball handling more, especially when Anthony Edwards went out. He took more responsibility as an offensive player. That's looked great. Randall's looked fantastic all year too. I feel good about their nucleus, which is Ant, McDaniels, Randall, and then Gobert for the next 2 years, whatever, until he falls off. That all feels good. I think everybody else around that, like if you tell me the answer is trading Don DiVincenzo and Mike Conley's salary, which would get you about $22 million, maybe that's the answer. I don't know what point guard's out there for $22 million. That would change their lives, but something has to give around the core.
Yeah. So far, the only teams that they were able to beat, top of the year, Portland. They beat the Pacers, ew. They also beat the Charlotte Hornets, ew. They beat the Nets, ew. And they beat up on the Utah Jazz twice in the Kings. They beat no quality team so far, bro.
Yeah, and that's kind of just playing who's in front of you. And listen, they are third in offense right now. So I'm talking long term. It's not like they can go through the season without doing a big move, and they can play this way. Maybe I'm making it sound more dramatic than it is. I'm not trying to say Timberwolves have no chance. But I think to win a championship against the Thunder around the corner, the best ball pressure team in the league, you need players who can handle the rock and can create a decision, make a decision with the ball in their hands, and not get ripped every single time Alex Caruso and Casey Wallace come running down their throats. Yeah. I think this makes them match up very terribly with them right now.
Yeah, and there's probably not a move for them to make right now as you speak at all. So it's probably going to be a next year thing, I'd assume, when they try to address this.
Yeah. But again, we're talking about rich people problems. We're talking about a team that's in true contention mode. There's not a huge panic around it, but I think when you're this caliber of team, around every year you want to try to give yourself the best chance of winning a championship, they need to find some more playmaking talent.
Yeah, I agree.
It is crazy they're third in offense, though, despite all this.
Yeah.
Which, again, you just made they beat the hell out of a lot of bad teams, and it's an 11-game sample size. The offensive rating isn't terribly important. But
still, they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, it shows how close they are. That if they're doing this well in a regular season perspective, all they got to do is figure out that playoff stuff.
Yeah.
My last team is the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay.
And I think the early problem for them, outside of Darius Garland and him being injured and coming back into the fold and all that stuff, their bench is still very much in flux. And the one problem that we've been looking at it for 3 years now, which is their wing position. They still need to figure that out, and they have to figure it out because these guys can't shoot threes. And if you look at the people who are playing like wing, adjacent positions, you're looking at Dean Wade, you're looking at Lonzo Ball, you're looking at DeAndre Hunter, and they have been awful from three this year. And that's always been an issue. It's one of the reasons why like you were ultimately okay, even though that like Okoro had gotten better from where he was a couple years ago. You were okay shipping him out because you felt like you had other guys to step into that role. Max Strus, he had a decent game a while ago, but Max Strus hasn't been awesome this year either. So they need to, one, just shoot better, but they also need to nail down who they want to be their lead wing whenever your big four is back together and healthy.
Yeah. I feel like I haven't seen Max Strus play like at all so far.
He's
season.
had a couple of like bad games.
Yeah, he just feels like damn near like invisible to me currently as we speak. But yeah, it's kind of hard to talk about them too because we all know like they're not a complete product. I think Darius Garland has only played like what 2-3 games. I've been seeing a hella on the sidelines as well. So it's hard to talk about them when you don't have like the guy who's supposed to make these threes and a whole lot of like regular sets.
I'm tripping. I don't know why I said Max Strus.
Yeah, he didn't play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I didn't even hear you. I was looking at numbers. Yeah, he hasn't played all year.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. But it's hard. Donovan Mitchell though shooting the fucking piss out of the ball, bro.
Yeah, I think overall they'll be fine. But yeah, it is a concern that they haven't been quite as good offensively so far this year.
Mhm.
For all the reasons you talk about with the wing stuff and Garland being hurt now too. They don't really have any options for making more moves. This is their team.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering how they're gonna long term. I dropped the hell out of my phone. That was so loud.
Damn.
Tough.
How they're gonna long term be able to make up the paint touches that they're feeling the loss of from losing
Garland, yeah.
Jerome.
Yeah.
So especially when Garland's not there, not having Garland and not having the effect of Jerome last year,
Yeah.
it feels like we're missing that a little bit on offense. But
And we really had a super substantive conversation when it comes to talking about Lonzo Ball and how good of a playmaker he is, but it's entirely different levels of playmaking.
Yeah.
I feel like Lonzo, he gives you more opportunities and possessions, and he like opens up certain avenues of just things to happen. With Ty Jerome, it's more so direct and finesse, and he's gonna like find his way to carve into the paint every single time.
So yeah, they're really, in terms of early season problem, is not being whole and not being able to figure out how they're gonna replace these paint touches and figure out the new identity themselves. The fact that every time we talk about them, it's eventually they'll have Strus back. Eventually Garland will be healthy. Eventually. It's annoying that we have to wait so long and there's so much just bad games because of that.
Yeah.
That are obviously not indicative of their long term ceiling.
Yeah. So one of my last two teams are the Memphis Grizzlies. And we can keep this short. We talked about them so much. At the end of the day, John's been so fucking pissed still to this day. Every single time I said this earlier, every single time he plays against a point guard of his caliber or someone who should be of his caliber, Brunson, Cade, no matter, it doesn't matter who it is, he always gets outplayed to the most disgusting degree possible. He is a very flawed all-star player. Can't shoot for shit, can't get to the rim for shit like that. It's just bad. And then same conversations being had about Jaren Jackson as well. Like we already knew he was flawed to like an even bigger degree. But with what John Moran is doing right now, it's like I almost want to say like we never seen this before from someone who was like towards the top of his position just a couple years ago to now still dead smack middle in your prime.
At this age, with no major injury in terms of injuries that would make you assume automatically someone's zapped athletically. He didn't tear his Achilles. He didn't tear his ACL. Like he's had a lot of injuries, but they weren't one giant one that you say, oh, that'll make him never be the same. So It's weird. Last 6 games, 15 points, 27% field goal, 12.7% from 3. You can get into a lot of small stuff about this team and about the rotation patterns that they're doing with Isola and whether or not it's good or bad, the rhythm that all these role players are getting into, the Jaren Jackson issues, and whether or not we can get his scoring back on track to what it was last year, whether or not his defense is maximized in these short bursts, get into Jalen Wells' shooting regressions, the fact that G. Jackson isn't quite what we thought he'd be. There's a million things about this team that makes them not quite as good, right? The fact they're missing their center and don't have anybody to replace them, so they're a small team.
Yeah, nothing's working in their favor.
Everything's bad. But it doesn't matter. It really starts and stops with John Morant. If John Morant is going to be the 25th best starting point guard in the league instead of the 5th or even the 10th or fucking even the 15th, if he's going to be on the lower end of his peers instead of being somebody that can reliably drive offense for you, none of this is going to work. And if he's this, obviously this bad is atrocious. He will not be 27% field goal bad. Yeah. This is unsustainably poor. But if he's just not a star anymore, really nothing else matters.
And you should have, I don't know if y'all saw the Grizzlies Knicks game that happened. Yo, the effort that he had in that game, it was disgusting.
Yeah.
And we've seen we're 10 games into the season, having performances where all game it looks like, oh, you quit in that half, you quit in this half, you're not playing on this half, you're getting clearly beat on a million back cuts, you are not, you're just getting caught up on every single screen. The effort level is the other thing where it's one thing if you're playing bad, and that's obviously a problem. It's another thing if you're compounding that with you're also just not like playing hard.
Yeah, it feels like we've talked about this every week in the past month. It just feels like we're getting day by day closer and closer to the realization that John Morant is no longer a star player.
Yeah, exactly. And your organization will have to go through one of the like most pitiful in terms of like, damn, bro, like we really thought like Ja was one of them ones. Jaren Jackson was a great 3-and-D power forward. You're gonna have to go through a retooling situation, and it's so long because we don't see this happen through this manner. Like the process of it is so disgusting.
All you can do is wait and hope he starts playing better for you and your team to drive more wins. Or the other end starts playing better because if he plays this poorly, you will get nothing for him.
Yeah.
So all you can do is hope right now. And there's no other option but hope and tell yourself it has to get better. And to some extent it does. But does it have to get better to a point that it makes you relevant in the West? Probably not. Does it have to get better to the point that makes John Morant a player worth building around? Feels like surely no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over
Tough.
for now, I fear.
And that's our last team. Unless you have one left.
No,
I have one more team left. I have the Orlando Magic. We've talked about them so much. As of late, they've been like better.
No, they haven't.
They've been better as of late.
They had a game-winning shot over Desmond Bane, and then they did beat the shit out of the Knicks, who they mauled the Knicks.
Over the last 5 games, they have a top 14 offense, which is very encouraging. And then also on the very opposite end too, like they've been better on defense as well. Now, of course, like the wins have been more rough than you'd want, but I see steps forward. Now,
that's what I was gonna say. They've been more rough than you want. When I was gonna say they have been better, I was gonna joke and say it's still insanely frustrating. Even when they're getting these wins, as somebody who wants to see them succeed, who picked them to be the 3 seed, like it's so frustrating. The end of that Trailblazers game that they won off of the Desmond Bane 3 was the most I've ever seen a team that's winning by, I think it was double digits at some point in the fourth quarter.
They had a 10-point lead.
They tried so hard to lose. The missed free throws, the fouling the shooters, the turnovers. That game was a goddamn disaster. And they still won because Desmond Bane hit a ridiculous game-winning shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday the offense, it looked really good. Turned up.
They did beat the hell out of the Knicks.
2 things. One, Anthony Black went crazy.
He's a good player, man.
He went crazy. 2, Paolo got hurt. Only played 12 minutes. And he left the game early. And the offense did look a lot smoother.
And I think the number one problem is that right now, as you speak, there's going to be some real narratives going to be driven off this injury.
He's not playing this next game, Pella.
Yeah. He's going to be out.
So if they get to 500, because they would dominate. There was a point.
All right, I'm going to open up Prize Picks, and I'm going to pick Franz Wagner for over on points, rebounds, assists.
Yeah, man.
He's gonna go crazy. Who are they playing? I think I saw the Trailblazers.
I think it's the Nets or something like that.
I'm going over on Franz Wagner's points, rebounds, assists.
I could be lying.
On Friday, they are playing the Nets
at home.
Yep.
Franz Wagner overs. I'm picking them.
That's funny.
He might not play in the fourth quarter.
I don't care. He's gonna go ape shit.
So that's
Yeah, we talked at length. The
narratives.
The Grizzlies. I'm glad you put them at the end because the Grizzlies and the Magic. I am tired of talking about them.
Same old conversation.
Yeah, it's 2 teams that just have systemic issues that we're waiting to see them get fixed, and all we can do is wait. The Desmond Bane thing. He's been used a lot on ball. Anthony Black's been used a lot on ball. Suggs a lot on ball. It's led to Franz Wagner being used. I think it's their 5th highest on ball percentage. That is an inherent problem to me. You cannot deprioritize Franz Wagner in any way, especially not deprioritize him with the ball in his hands when we know he's not like a shooter that's going to be hugely impactful off ball. Still, he can cut, run, transition. He can do other things. He's a smart, high-level player. I want to see him be utilized as a true point forward. That, in and of itself, is a huge glaring problem to me. That, above all else, obviously the jump shooting hasn't been perfect. The Desmond Bane thing is just weird. How he's completely lost the ability to make threes. That part will clearly get better as time goes on. From a coaching perspective, if they're not going to maximize Franz Wagner, even if things get better and the defense comes around and they start winning more games, I'm not going to have hope for them in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's just Jamal Mosley and the whole coaching staff, Joe Prudney, who came from the Atlanta Hawks, and they also have the Sham God too, but I think he's more of like a developmental guy, so it's not really necessarily on him. But Jamal Mosley, offensive coordinator of the team too, Joe Prudney, I don't know what's going on right now, and none of the players are too. have an idea what's going on as well. So.
Yeah, it's just weird. Again, this is one that will get better with time to some degree, right? Like Desmond Bane cannot. I cannot believe that Desmond Bane will be the worst efficiency shooter at the position in the league.
Yeah,
that can't maintain.
When over the last 3-4 years of his career, he's been one of the 5 best shooters consistently too.
I refuse to believe that that's just like he just fell off like that. No, this is unsustainably poor. But I am worried about the overall offensive ecosystem, like we always have been.
Yeah, I agree.
That's fair.
And with that being said, it is time for a new era of today's episode, a new section. What do you got in the tuck?
Calm down, Jamal.
Don't pull out the 9.
Don't pull out the 9. My voice gonna crack. You
Yeah.
hear that? Don't pull out the 9. Don't pull out the fucking crayon.
Oh God!
Give me your attention. Just give me your attention. That's all I really need, bro. Because I'm finna just crack jokes and do trivia and all that. I don't care about it. I don't want your money. I don't want your jokes. I don't want that. Just give me your attention for the next hour, bare minimum. Because it's TikTok time.
Woo! Welcome to TikTok time. Today, we are once again going to begin with the draft, continuing a new type of draft that we started last week that you guys apparently loved, which is nice to see. We're going to do an NBA sabotage draft. If you guys didn't see last episode, how it works is I have this hat. It is full of players. I think there were 16 or 17 players in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take turns. We're going to draw one. When you see the player, you can either choose to keep him on your team or sabotage one of the people next to us by giving him to them and they have to put it on their team.
Okay.
Last time, we got Donovan's whole ass out of here. We jumped him. We got him out of here good. He got Michael Jordan and we jumped him. It was lovely.
Who's
It was
going
not
to be the
lovely.
culprit today?
We'll see. However the cookie crumbles, somebody might get sabotaged. Or maybe we'll all pick good players and we'll all get along just fairly and pick our own teams and there'll be no sabotaging.
I got a carton of egg whites for you in the car. I didn't forget.
Why didn't you bring it
Just letting
inside
you
so we
know.
can put it in the fridge?
It's cold outside. It doesn't matter.
True.
It is
Yeah.
cold as hell.
True,
Okay.
true.
The theme for this week, they're all former or current Lakers players.
Okay.
Mm.
Only players who have played for the greatest organization in sports.
Okay, let's do it.
This guy.
Had to sneak it in. Okay, so I'll go first. Mo second. Donovan third. Work around the room. Snake draft. Same as always. First pick in the sabotage Lakers draft. Who do I got? I got Meta World Peace.
Okay, you're going to be beating ass. Nice.
Exactly.
I'm keeping him.
You
Give me
got-
one.
That's a good
He's
defense. That's
you
good
got
defense.
protection.
not going anywhere. Everybody needs a role player. I got the best one.
Okay. Going ahead and picking up.
LeBron James. You get LeBron every time.
How
no, I got LeBron.
glorious. It's just like a magnet, you know?
God. He senses your glaze and he knows that you need him.
He knows that he has a place and it's in my heart.
Of course,
And
you get
that's
Bron.
why
Fine.
I'm picking. Who's this guy?
That is Isaac Bonga.
I haven't seen his ass in years.
Yeah, go ahead and take that, buddy.
Ah.
Go ahead and take
The
that.
Bonga Bron.
Bonga. Okay.
You don't want to see the Bonga Bron combination walk through those doors. Scary sight.
All right, and now I get this double
you gave
pick.
me Bonga, bruh.
Bonga.
BI.
Okay.
Okay.
I like
This
BI.
is decent.
Not bad.
Damn,
It's
bruh.
not terrible. Not terrible.
Not
Okay.
bad at all. All-star.
Yeah. It's all star.
Take BI.
Give it to him.
Wait, twice? You do that twice?
Take BI.
Okay, I'll put B on mine too. It's cool. It's cool.
You know, it's not terrible. He's a long, lengthy team to start.
Okay.
No players for Donovan.
Shaq, motherfucker, trying to stop me. You can't. I dare you.
Dang, 4 players. Your team's already almost done.
Yep, I got Shaq.
Shaq, Braun, but you got Bonga between.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, fair enough. Starting off. Next
Need a
up,
sniper.
I got Dennis Rodman.
Yo, you got fist, man.
Can I afford offensively to have Rodman and Artest together?
Yeah. Rodman in his later years was a decent shooter.
I guess. All right, give me Rodman at the 4. I better hope I get some stars around that. Otherwise, it's going to be disgusting.
It's gonna be spooky.
But at least I know Rodman can put Isaac Bonga in a headlock.
Yeah, you got
Your
it. I can't
defense
argue
is
that.
nasty.
But guess what? Ingram's on.
Magic Johnson. There we go. No spacing in sight, but I'm tall and I'm mean.
Okay.
I'll put Magic in my point guard.
Okay.
All right. So now this is interesting because you have one spot left for your point guard. You're very likely to have to hand this off. Pick up 2
shit.
players. Pick drop
One
one.
of them. Who's this?
Kendrick Nunn.
Kendrick Nunn. Oh man! You remember when everyone thought he was next up? Did he win Rookie of the Year or was he runner up?
He did like a month-long Rookie of the Year campaign. He was really hot.
Kendrick
Donovan has no players. I
Nunn.
know.
Yeah,
Kendrick
no
Nunn
guys.
building block.
There you go, buddy. Here's your first player. And take
You
that
really
as well.
give it to him.
You already gave it to
You
him.
you have no players. You need a guy. You need a guy. You have no players.
Brother.
We got to make sure you fill the roster.
Brother.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not how it's supposed to go.
Just gonna nuke him again.
Every time we just get the hell out of him.
Time out. All these were like flipped over.
Oh, okay.
Because he doesn't know how to draw a card. I just pick one up. It's not that serious.
I know. No, it is that serious.
Kyle Kuzma.
Nice.
Kuzma.
Okay.
Point guard Kyle Kuzma, 5 wings.
Yeah, go ahead and take that, brother. Go ahead and take that, brother.
Ah, lovely.
Okay, so I'm done. But I still can draw, right?
Yeah, it's over. Can he draw?
No, you can't draw.
Ah,
We gotta take turns.
Okay, so I got
Because otherwise you would just sabotage.
Shaq, Ingram, Braun. That's not terrible.
Pau
Pau
Gasol.
Gasol.
Okay.
I will take Pau Gasol.
Ah,
That
I'm
Kendrick
already outta
Nunn
here.
and Pau Gasol duo.
The combo's a scary
You're
sight.
disgusting.
That's a disgusting duo.
Yeah.
Upside down.
Okay.
Next up, we got Austin Reeves.
Cool.
It's not
That
bad.
fit's great. You love that fit.
But do I want to aim higher? If he has Austin Reeves as his second best player,
Nah. Ooh, this is a risk. This
I
is
feel
a
like I can
short
aim higher.
gamble.
I'm gonna give him Austin Reeves. Kendrick Nunn, Austin Reeves is a bullshit backwards. He can have it. He's not defending Magic Johnson,
Okay.
so he can have Austin Reeves.
That's fine. That's fine.
And then I'm gonna pick Derek Fisher. He can have Derek Fisher as well. He can have Austin Reeves at his 3.
Okay.
I don't like this.
Okay. Okay.
I don't
Just
like
feeding him.
You tried to nuke me and it bounced back
He
right
has
off your
3
face.
guards. Get back to him.
You better pray.
All right, let's see. Please.
None Fisher Reeves.
Oh, you on
I need
bullshit,
like
man.
I need Kareem or something.
Yeah, you better hope you get Kareem. Kareem's in there. He got Kareem. Great.
You're still ass though. It don't matter. Fisher, Nunn, Reeves.
You have,
Yeah.
you have the silliest team I've ever seen, but you got Kareem.
I guess so, man.
I got 2 picks now. The last one's in this. I got DeAndre Ayton.
You're dominating.
Okay.
Right
All right.
center here. Win for us.
You got a
Okay.
decent team so far.
Okay, I got DeAndre Ayton. I suppose Magic Johnson could save his life. And there's 2 players left here. I'm going to pick both of them up, close my eyes, and I'll drop one to see who I got. You guys don't know who they both are.
Okay.
Is one
Okay.
better than the other?
Yes.
I got Luka Doncic. Let's go. Who's the other one?
Steve Nash. It was
I would
yeah.
lived either way, but I got
Yeah.
Luka. Okay.
Okay.
Passing on Reeves paid off.
Okay, you got the best team. Naturally, you got Magic and Luca and Ron Artest and Rodman, the greatest defense
I
ever.
wrote Reeves.
And you got a solid, good team.
My
Good
team at least makes somewhat sense. I have a 1 through 5.
Okay, I got
Yeah.
Braun at my 1. I got Ingram at my 2. I got Bonga just existing. And then at my 4, I got Kuz and 5 Shaq.
Bonga.
Yeah, Isaac Bonga.
He keeps saying bonga with his accent.
I know.
Isaac Bonga.
Yeah, bonga.
Oh man. This is not great.
Isn't he French? I think he's French.
I don't know what he is, man.
He's a French 6'8" point guard that didn't do anything.
Oh,
That man is African.
But he's a 4. Yeah.
Your team is terrible.
None Fisher Reeves Gasol Curry.
What are you doing?
I was trying to do something. You gave me.
You got 2
You gave me
lefties.
Kendrick Nunn.
Ain't good for nothing. You got Reeves.
You gave me Kendrick Nunn.
Your team is utterly ridiculous. At least most team is huge.
Yeah, I got players.
I am
Shaq and
sensing a
Braun
pattern
is
in the sabotage draft.
Oh, he got fucked too. He got Isaac Bonga.
great. Yeah, but I also got Shaq and LeBron, just 2 top 10 players of all time. So I live.
Yeah, but I got dominating.
Ooh,
As I should.
shiver me timbers.
Next thing we're going to do, I'm going to show you guys some NBA signature shoes for the 2025-2026 season, and I want you to grade them.
Okay.
A through F. Let me know how strong these signature shoes are. If you like them, if you don't like them, anything in between. First off, we got the AE2.
This colorway is terrible.
This is coming off of the AE1, which was iconic. One of the best signature debuts in years. And again, we're only going off of looks. People always have to comment.
This is what he tried to diss Shea with?
Mm.
Yeah, I think if we're going off of commercials and branding for it, A+.
A+.
A+. The actual shoe, it's feeling a little hardenish. Obviously, like all the Adidas stuff, you have that consistent theme through it, which is really just
I think it's
you know who.
yeah.
But I go like B+.
Who is who?
You know, Mr. Flashing Lights.
flashing lights.
Mr. Flashing Lights. Yeah, I mean, they're not terrible.
The bear.
It's tough to compare them to the AU1s, which are gorgeous. I'll give this a C. It's an all right follow up.
This doesn't feel like Adidas right now. It feels like Skechers trying to do some cool shit.
It does feel kind of Skechers adjacent.
Yeah, they have the Skechers colorway and then this random neon green. Like
Skechers does love this colorway.
What are we?
Okay,
doing?
I gotta go C minus then. My
This
bad.
is a D.
You
to
put
me.
Skechers in my head and I can't get rid of it. C
Yeah.
minus. Again, we're only going off of looks. People always comment, they're so good to play in there. You guys aren't even talking about the grip strength. We are here to talk about fashion. Next up, the Curry Fox 2.
These are good.
I like the sole a lot. That chunky sole that looks like wavy, it works for me.
Yeah, but
Fuck with it.
I don't think I ever really like the sole that really just like
Oh, it extends in the back.
yeah, that's extended out.
Looks like
out
a
there.
boat like that. You're right.
I'm not a fan of that. Everything else is cool. It feels like Paul George. It feels like a Paul George with the strap, but that sole is too much. For
That
me.
picture on the right, he's wearing it with pants and it doesn't look bad.
It goes.
These shoes can bring back the 2013 era of wearing basketball shoes with jeans.
If that's the case, then I'm definitely lowering my grade. I'm going from an A. What on? A's too much. B to like a D if you try to wear it casually. Can't do that.
We
that's
should
De'Aaron wearing it.
bring that back.
That's
No.
De'Aaron wearing it. He
We
should
should
wear his
bring
own
that
shoe
back.
casually.
Why, bro? We shouldn't do that.
I'm gonna give this a B plus though. I like this a lot.
Yeah, where are your shoes? If you are asking people to pay X amount of dollars for your shoe, they should have multiple uses.
So you never know when you got a hezzy step back on someone.
Never.
No matter
Get the
what's in
basketball shoes underneath the
That's
jeans.
what- exactly. Let's bring back everything.
Just wearing them in the shower. Just
No, but I think these look very good. This is a great silhouette. Colorway, I mean, fine. Tiffany blue, whatever. B plus.
I fuck
Yeah.
with this is B.
Also, that wearing the shorts under the pants, very helpful. Multiple times, I like actually stumbled into a basketball game
Yeah.
and had to wear the
You
shorts.
right.
It
Rip
came
them
in
off like a
handy.
cartoon character wearing a costume underneath.
Yeah,
Next up,
I was waiting.
the Dawn issue 7.
These
Donovan
are hard.
Mitchell's.
These are beautiful. Fuck with the silhouette heavy.
Beautiful?
The colorway is cool. It's decent. Yeah, it's beautiful. It looks like an old Kobe too. You're right. Like the Hardens, the old Kobe's, and the Ants, they all feel too similar. But it's a nice shoe.
Looks like a glove. They look like they're designed for warmth in the winter.
I don't know how this correlates, but it looks like those football gloves that Donovan be having on once in a while.
I'm gonna go. The colorway is really throwing me off because I'm with you. I kind of like the silhouette, but this Sherbert colorway I'm not really rocking with.
This is a shoe that SpongeBob would rock the fuck out of.
Mm.
bruh.
He would. Yeah, SpongeBob could definitely cross you up in this shoe. I'm going though C plus. I've seen better versions of Donovan Mitchell's shoe, and it's not up to par right now. C
Mm.
minus.
Okay. Next up, the Freak 7s. This looks like pizza.
Once again, bad colorway. Don't hate the silhouette.
I don't love it. It looks too tall.
It does look tall, but you got to give people some ankle support.
These look like LeBron 10s. Those like
They
spiky
do.
ones.
Yeah, they do look like LeBrons. You're right. That's what I was just about to say.
And
They
those
don't-
are hard.
Again, you
the
said it
the
all
thick
wrong.
black part looks like a tire. I don't know. I don't think I love these.
Bad colorway.
Yeah,
I
Bad
fuck with
colorway.
these. Yeah, I fuck with these. Are good. This is a good shoe. I'm
Yep,
giving this
yeah.
probably an A. I'll rock
an
these.
A.
No,
Yeah.
That's your favorite one yet?
Yeah, probably not. I still
Probably.
will go B, but Giannis does have a pretty consistent line of good shoes.
Mm,
I'm going B.
yeah.
It's par.
Have you seen the new Thanasis?
He has a shoe.
Yeah,
With Anta?
he's partnered with Shaq.
Shaq. Wait.
I made it up. I'm lying. You guys are so fascinated. You really believe me for a second?
Listen, yeah,
Everybody got a shoe.
yeah.
Thanasis don't have a shoe. with Shaq.
Anything
Danny Green has shoes.
yeah, anything that the Nasus does, I think is possible.
No, it's not. I lied. He should though.
He should have a PE. I'm sure he has PEs for Giannis' shoe.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to buy those Thanasis. Thanasi. The Hezi Low V2 Cooper Flag Edition.
These suck.
He was in the lab with his mom, and his mom designed these. Bro. Hell no.
These suck.
Terrible. These are basketball shoes. No wonder why you can't shoot. You're shooting 27% because you don't have the balance for these shoes.
These look like shoes that the 60-year-old dudes who play basketball at 7 a.m. in the morning on Saturdays, this is what they wear.
They literally look like you play tennis in them.
They look like every other sports shoe except for basketball.
Yeah.
They look like a tennis shoe.
You know what
They
this
look
is? This
like
is
a golf shoe.
no. This is a goddamn pickleball shoe. I know a country club shoe when I see it.
Oh, I hate pickleball.
Mm-hmm. And they love it.
This is terrible. This is the worst. This is an F.
F.
Yeah, F. These suck.
Maybe like if these are all black,
No,
you'd be like, okay,
it's not good.
The colors are the one thing I like. I kind of like the cream and green. So if we're taking that away, oh, it's terrible.
Ooh, you're right. We are big cream people.
Yeah. Speak for yourself, buddy.
You are too.
Stop trying to false claim. The Jaw 3.
These are tough.
These are great. This is A+.
This is you're right. This is a trip.
The pink one. Listen, a lot of shoes these days do crazy bright colors to appeal to 8-year-olds who love bright colors, and they don't land. We'll see some later in this video that do not land. This works. That pink one is gorgeous.
I understand that you may not be happy in your current situation. I understand that the season is not going the way that you thought it was. But you are fresh John Morant, and I appreciate that. These are an A+.
He said the shoes are icy, the locks are clean. You will have aura on the court, even if your jump shot isn't going in.
Yes.
Fresh to fucking death, bro. Like the Nike getting creative, making it look like a J, and spray painting or the graffiti A too.
So tough.
Tough, bro.
So tough.
Texture on it goes dumb too.
Is it supposed to look like a grizzly like claw? It looks like it's been like slashed.
Maybe.
It's cool.
There's a lot of layers to this. This is one of those signature shoes that I do think modern classic.
Ooh, he's
instant
saying-
classic. It just came out. Instant classic.
Wow, yeah, okay.
Instant
Okay.
classic. I think these are up there.
If he was playing well too, they'd be over the moon. The sales would be outrageous.
Yeah.
But A+ still. Ooh, the JB741 Rover. This is Jaylen Brown's independent company he started.
Get back to the lab, brother.
Now, I will say, these do look like Ben 10 shoes. They do look like Predator shoes.
Mhm.
They do look like Alien Romulus shoes. I do like them, though. I do like them. I love the alien look. It kind of works for me. I like the fabric on top. That mesh looks cool. I kind of like it.
I would like it if I was 12, but sadly I'm not. I don't fuck with these shoes.
Again, it is a
all.
Ben 10 shoe. It does look like it has tentacles. I kind of like it, though.
I just feel like I'm waiting for colors to pop out on the side. I don't like these shoes at all. I don't understand the 741 Rover. I don't like it, bro. I don't like it. Can't get with it. Sorry.
Kind of looks radioactive in a good way. I'm going to give you a B+.
Okay.
And he did it independently. I support independent business. Who am I to say go back to the big manufacturers? Who am I to side with Nike?
I support independent businesses when you make good products. It starts with that.
You're not trying to buy t-shirts from the guys you went to high school with?
Fuck no.
Everybody's got a hoodie brand?
50 for what, bro? It's Gildan? What?
You know what? I kind of see the vision on the on foot version.
Yes.
Looks a lot better than this actual one.
Mhm.
It goes from an F C.
Okay, I'll give it a B+. I fuck with it.
Okay.
Listen, he stands against billion-dollar corporations. I'm with him.
I get it.
Even though I do like Nike quite a lot. Now, what about this one? The leaked KD19.
You're wearing Nikes.
I know. The leaked KD19. These aren't out or announced yet, but this is apparently from a leak.
They look like they got zero grip. Yo, if KD wears these, he might tear another Achilles. I pray this is a leak.
Look like you're supposed to bowl in them or do ballet.
Yeah. What are we
These
doing?
are house slippers.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a leak. It might not be true, but I saw it all over the place.
This looks like something cute that you put on your cats and dogs. Like it don't look like an actual human shoe.
This is a doll shoe. They don't have the soles on them. They're just flat.
As they're like, oh, little
This is a
cutie.
shoe for a Build-A-Bear.
Yeah, exactly. Little kitty, look at a little footy. Like what? On a big old man, size 17. What are we doing? No.
But I kind of see the vision though. It's kind of cool. It's kind of unique.
No soul is
Futuristic. This is what people in the 70s thought that like 2020's fashion would look like.
crazy. And they were right, but like a boneless shoe is kind of ridiculous.
Boneless shoe.
And I'm not
Yeah.
100% there.
I hope this is real.
I feel like this shoe would be good if you
You just
put
want
like,
chaos.
It's kind of cool. I like it.
if you put rollerblades under them. Now we talking.
That
can't
does look like a
rollerblade.
Now
rollerblade
we
shoe.
talking.
Okay.
You could put this under some Sonic employee's foot. Now we're talking.
I
can
know
skate.
you can rollerblade.
Oh, I can't. I'm the wrong one. Terrible at it.
I know you're skating backwards.
I'm splitting my legs.
I know you be hosting Afrobeat nights at the skating rink.
I wish, man.
The Li Ning CJ3 Sunday edition.
We're doing a lot.
CJ McCollum.
Yeah, we're doing a lot with these. There's a lot of sprinkles, a lot of chocolate.
Chocolate on your shoe is as the beginning point is kind of crazy.
You're 37 years old, sir.
CJ, stop. We're good. We don't need shoes from you. This birthday cake, chocolate sprinkles oozing. We're good. No.
Yeah, it's a lot, man.
We're all right.
Who is your audience? Who you're trying to appeal to?
Who is the audience for the Li Ning CJ3
I can't.
Sunday edition?
It ain't no people in Washington that don't wear
It's
stuff
not
like
in DC.
this. Yeah, it's on DC.
You think
Like-
China just loves ice cream?
I don't know what they like.
I don't.
Apparently, they
know.
love CJ McCollum Sunday shoes.
Well, actually, we don't know that. What's the first week sales of these?
Oh, who the fuck are you asking that to? I don't know. I'm gonna give him an F just because you asked me that bullshit.
Yeah, this is F.
He gets an F just because of that audacious question. The Malik Monk Peak Big Triangle 4.0 Player Edition.
These flamingo shoes. Okay.
There are dragon scales coming out the back.
Yo,
Who
these
do you
look like.
think you are?
These are Aragon shoes.
Oh man.
Come on, man. Let's relax.
Bro, he's literally gonna take flight. He's literally gonna breathe fire on the opponent.
If you wore these on Halloween or like a special occasion, that's cool. If you are rocking these every single night, Malik, we have a problem. I can't do this every single night. Take yourself seriously, man.
Well, so now you're against standing out from the crowd,
Grown man.
trying something different.
Yeah, this is an F. I have no words.
Yeah, this is
You
Hey.
guys don't respect individualism. You sheeple.
no. This is a dragon tail shoe.
It is a dragon tail shoe.
Yeah,
It is.
I'm not rocking with it.
So what's the grade?
I'm going D.
D?
Yeah, it's a step up from F because we do have to respect individuality.
True.
However, I'm not rocking with this. I
Do
wish with
what-
all my heart
Yeah. What?
to fly with dragons and land apart.
Keep going.
That's all I remember.
No, yeah, I think that's it. And then afterwards, it just and then
Yeah,
it's
you
in.
like rub the skin and you go.
Yeah, but these shoes look like they
I gotta
smell.
tap into that today.
He's like,
These shoes, I wonder what fabrics is made of, bro. Like, is this real like alligator skin on these bitches or what?
You can buy
yeah,
these.
it's made out of dragon. Yeah, you got it. You figured it out. The MB05. My God, these are fucking horrible.
Wow.
These Polly Pocket shoes. These I would call them Barbie shoes, but Barbie has way more restraint with the sparkles than this.
Is this a LaMelo shoe?
This is LaMelo shoe.
Oh, it explains too much. Ooh.
Bro, what is this sparkle, this crystal BS in the middle? Why is it so tall and chunky? It looks like a grade school shoe because it's so goddamn tall and condensed.
You're not my franchise player.
Yeah.
You're getting traded today. Why are you influencing the Charlotte and greater North Carolina area to wear Sheen shoes?
Can you imagine
I
just pulls
don't
up to
like
the
these.
locker room with 15 of these hoes? Yeah, you're getting traded today. Security, you're being
This is a
called.
bowling ball, and the guy that has this is the annoying bowler you don't want to play with. This is the guy who spent too much money in his own bowling ball, and it's flashy and it's bad.
Like, these shoes look like a joke.
Those
They
guys
look
are
like
nice,
They
They
got
look-
gloves on.
they look like a gimmick. Like, you're not supposed to be taken seriously. They look like cushion, you know?
No, yeah,
House
they
shoes
look
type
like
shit.
something that they'd have for 8-year-old
Yes.
hoopers at Payless.
Yeah.
But I promise you, the first week sales on these have to go crazy.
Not really.
The-
I don't even know.
They're
Not really.
they're probably higher than the leaning.
Well, but duh. I would hope Melo sells more shoes than CJ McCollum.
Yep.
If that's the bar we have sunk into hell, this is an F. I hate these.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah, man.
These suck.
Never go full Polly Pocket.
Man, the signature shoes these days are terrible so far.
These are so bad. These make me mad. First, we had the Hornets City jerseys making me mad. Now these, I kind of hate everything LaMelo Ball stands for at this moment.
Again, bare minimum, you could have got at least like decent ankle support in these. Where is the ankle support?
He's kind of my enemy.
Because I see these shoes, I don't care how much you tell me that it was fake. I will choose to believe that he tattooed it.
His toes.
Yeah, his toes.
It matches the pattern too well. The Puma Halley ones.
These
They
are
debuted these in Game 7 in the finals.
He did.
very interesting shoe.
Maybe in a different colorway we can get somewhere.
I like the pink.
But
I would like it a lot if it didn't have that fat ass Puma logo in the background.
I actually really like the Puma in the
The
background.
Puma logo just reminds me of like outlet malls.
I actually fuck with the Puma logo heavy right now.
That's more about the state of the brand than the actual
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I see Puma, I think of like an Italian dude in a tracksuit at an outlet mall. And it's not a good visual. The Puma logo is hard to build around. It doesn't have good cachet right now.
But they did maximize the potential with this shoe. And how they have like those oozing things along the sole and the side of the shoe. That actually goes really fucking well.
Yeah, that part is cool. The sole, awesome. The midsole, awesome. I like the uppers. If they didn't have the logo, I'll give this an A low key.
No, but the logo, like Mo said,
Plays really well. They built around it
I'd
very
rather
well.
the logo be there than like just straight horizontal across the side of the shoe.
Yeah.
I'd rather it not be there personally at all.
The logo is just not good at
So you
all.
just don't want him to
But-
be signed to Puma.
Yeah, exactly.
Just put a small Puma on the tongue or something. Just hide it with some class. Do what all the other shitty brands do. Just hide it with some class.
I think they hit.
They're
they got
trying
hit
to
with this one.
differentiate themselves from those other brands.
Yeah, sometimes you swing and you miss. I'm going B-.
Okay.
But it
That's
would,
not bad.
but no, I think it would be an A+ without that logo. I'd like it a
Yeah.
lot.
Okay, this is solid B. Not a bad shoe at all.
C.
Yeah, I rock with everything else.
See, after all that.
He has to hate on Tyrese Halliburton.
That's what I'm saying. He ruined my summer. C.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
gonna be a couple years before he gets over that.
Really.
The Puma Scoots 02.
These look like they took the first draft of LaMelo shoe and was like, all right, well here.
That's probably exactly what they did. This is probably a rejected LaMelo design.
Yeah.
These look like anime shoes. These look like you crushed Tokyo into a ball, put it into an AI generator, and said, "Make me Tokyo shoes," and these popped out.
I feel like I'd like if these weren't basketball shoes, I could kind of see the vision of them.
What type of person do you have to be to wear these shoes? And
An
what
animated
scenario?
one. You got a cartoon. That's what you,
You
got
gotta
to do.
be like hella
Like I'm
animated?
sure these are going crazy at anime festivals, like K-pop shows. Like it probably is banging somewhere, just not on a basketball court.
It's probably big and somewhere.
I don't know what the demographic is though. What does the average Scoot 02's consumer look like?
Yeah, who are Scoot Henderson fans right now?
They probably have no teeth right now.
Because
They're
even,
just battling.
and
that's
this is so weird because, and I need to know how Dame did it for so long because he was an Adidas guy and you live in Portland. All of your fans are raised in a Nike environment, so like you really have to come with some heat to break the mold. This is not breaking the mold.
I'm going F. I hate these.
Man,
I've seen these at Journeys before.
these are fat ass F.
I haven't been to Journeys in forever.
Me neither. I'm never going back.
I went there last year. I actually bought these shoes from Journeys.
Really?
Yeah, there's some Docs.
Instead of a Doc Martin store.
Yeah, it was there. I was like,
Why?
yeah, why not? I mean, it was at the Doc Martin store too, which is convenient.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next thing we're going to do. We're going to play NBA King of the Hill.
Fake Docs.
I swear they're real.
We're going to play NBA King of the Hill.
Okay.
We're not going to do it with players. We're going to do it with NBA logos.
Okay.
We're not going to do it about how good the logos look. We're not going to do it about how iconic the logos are.
What are
Okay.
we gonna do?
You were going to tell me which NBA logo would win in a fight.
Thank you.
Mm.
So just by the logo itself, nothing else affiliated with it. Just imagine the logo.
Oh, some teams are gonna have an insane disadvantage.
First off, Grizzlies versus Pelicans.
Now,
The Pelican has a long wingspan. It's spread.
How big is a Pelican?
I don't know.
Not small.
Now, Grizzlies are big and they are quick, but I think that the airborneness of the Pelican can definitely provide some problems for the Grizzlies.
Mhm.
However, one swipe down and the Grizzly gets it, right? The Grizzly is really like Deontay Wilder. I just need one right hook and I can end everything right now. I'll take the Grizzly.
You're taking the Grizzlies at the end of the day. The Pelican, cool. They're actually way uglier than I fucking thought. So it has like a different type of intimidating factor.
It's mad annoying though.
Yeah.
Hey,
very
we're just talking
annoying.
about the animal in general. It's the logo. So think about the version of it there, whatever that tells you about that version.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking the Grizzly.
The Grizzlies logo isn't the most ferocious bear I've ever seen, so it can get got, but not by the Pelican.
Is it? I don't
Grizzlies
know.
versus Hornets.
That Hornet
Looks
first of all,
mean.
that Hornet is mean. It's already showing its stinger. It's very
This
big.
is a battle that I could lose.
I'm
The
willing to
Grizzly.
believe. Scaling here. Looks like a big hornet.
I was thinking the
Is
same
this a
thing.
bear-sized hornet?
It might be. Now that's one thing.
Yeah.
Is the Hornet gonna have reinforcements?
No, just one-on-one, I think.
One-on-one.
In any scenario, I think the Hornet probably has an advantage, though.
Scaling-wise, I think this hornet is the size of a bear's head. So it's a...
If that's the case, I will take the Hornet. Now,
Okay.
we're in another situation where the Hornet has one opportunity to use its stinger and go.
Is it like that? Like,
Ooh, if it's bigger
Is
and
it
it
like
has
that?
a big stinger,
I
too.
actually-
It's
I
right.
actually
oh, he's
don't know.
piercing the
Piercing
skull.
the fuck out of his belly and it's over with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're going the
I
Hornet.
actually don't know if Hornets are like that with
I don't know
bees.
either. But if we're matching scales and this is a hornet the size of a bear's head, we're going with the Hornets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big,
Okay.
Big Hornet.
Our big hornet versus the bulls. That mean ass bull with keep in mind the horns have tips of red at the end, so this bull is battle scarred.
He's
Yo,
already
look-
killed people.
Yeah.
And he's still bloody. He's still living to fight the tail.
He's still
he recently
fucking mad.
killed people.
Yeah.
Recently dropped bodies.
We might have found our winner. He's going through him.
Yeah,
Destroying him.
I do think that this bull is one of the most intimidating logos in all of sports.
Stomping out the hornet.
Chicago Bull wins.
Yep.
Chicago Bull versus Celtics logo.
He's killing that leprechaun Easy.
Oh,
There's no chance.
I'm
He's
sorry.
destroying the Celtic.
Yeah, it's over with.
The Bulls versus the Timberwolves. And they're Wolf.
Dude, Wolves are big as fuck.
It
This
is.
Timberwolf looks huge too on this logo.
But that's
He's howling.
But that's
He's calling for
specific.
backup.
But he's not gonna get it. We're going 1-on-1.
Yep.
That bull gets him.
But this
Wolves only
Bull-
win in packs. 1-on-1, they don't stand a chance.
But what if it's like this old Timberwolf logo too? Since but they brought back those throwbacks.
We're talking about right now.
Right now too. I don't know, man. I might lean with the T-Wolf.
The
I
only
don't know.
reason, the only reason to go with the T-Wolf is because you would have the agileness that the bull wouldn't have. But the bull once again has strength over the Timberwolf. So I'm inclined to go with the bull.
It's the Bull.
I don't know. I think 1-on-1 or not, bro. These motherfuckers come in packs. You're gonna lose regardless. You get me
10
down?
bulls versus 10 Timberwolves. I'm taking the Timberwolves.
No, one bull. They
Why
don't
are
come
we
in
giving
packs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you said that
The Wolves
they're
always
in
come in
packs.
packs. Yeah, the Wolves always come in packs.
No,
You
we're
see
ta-
one psych, they're 30 behind me right now.
All right, you're breaking the boundaries of this game.
Exactly.
Bulls versus Mavs.
Bulls versus Matt.
That Mavs
What
logo
is
is
it?
weak as hell.
Yeah, we're killing them. I mean, it's the Bulls.
Bull.
This is the weakest state of Mavs ever, bro.
Bulls versus Clippers. It's a big boat. It is a battleship.
Huh. I think
How is the Bull taking out a battleship? Tell me that.
it's pretty much impossible. The only thing we might have found a winner unless you like have a fucking rocket next.
If it is made by that franchise, it will break down easily. I'm
Mhm.
taking the Chicago Bulls.
Do you think he's
no,
gonna tear it up?
I'm taking the Clipper, man.
One hit.
He's not the Hulk. It's just a bull.
One hit where? That's
That
like
boat is.
one
I
hit out
promise
of
you
like,
that boat is made out of glass and paper.
but there's
It's
like
breaking
3,000 feet worth of a boat.
Yeah,
Like, what
we're
are we
all right.
talking
Fine,
about?
we're taking the Clipper.
It's the Clipper.
But whatever.
The Clippers boat versus the Warriors logo. A bridge.
That bridge is getting demolished. I've seen so many bridges fall.
No.
Yes.
The bridge would win.
How? Bridges fall.
Usually
You
by
have no
boats.
self-defense
A lot of times
mechanism.
they fall because boats hit them.
Last year
Yes,
that shit
but
just happened,
immediate-
or 2 years ago. That
Yes,
shit
but
happened.
immediately, as soon as the boat runs into the bridge, part of the boat breaks.
And the bridge
ceases
has
to
no
exist.
chance. You have no defense mechanism at all. You're just pretty. You're good to look at. You're not like
I think the
functional
Clipper gets another
anymore.
victory.
Yeah, the Clippers. Hey man, they on a run right now.
The Clippers versus the Suns logo.
The sun wins.
It's a sun.
Yeah, you will be disintegrated.
It's
Like
the sun.
without me, you are nothing.
It's the sun.
Yeah. What are you gonna do with the sun?
All right, well, I think we got our winner then. I don't think we can go any further.
What could possibly beat the sun?
Nothing.
LeBron!
They're the ultimatum.
The Magic?
Ooh.
The Magic is just a ball. It's a magical ball. A magical ball versus sun.
I don't know, maybe. Depending on how much magic is in the ball.
Is
Well, the
Disney by
Magic
your
are here
side?
today, so it
I
sounds like
don't
the
know.
Suns.
Can the
are king of hill.
Wizards beat the Sun?
No.
This is old folk tales right now that we're talking about.
The Suns win king of the hill.
Yeah.
Next thing we're gonna do. This time of the year, every year, we start our series where we put a certain amount of the starters across the league into a tier list based on their position. We do this every year around this time early in the season, kind of get a lay of the land for what the position looks like.
Mhm.
Today is no different. We are going to put 17, actually no, we're going to put about, how many is there here? Around there. We are going to put NBA point guards into a tier list. I have about half the league starters here. So it's not all of them, but it's a disbursement of talent up and down the bottom. We're going to get a lay of the land, see how all these starting point guards in the NBA compare to each other right now.
Okay.
So you guys know how this works. Tiers are labeled S through F. First off, Steph Curry.
Still S tier, still one of the best point guards in the league.
Mhm.
I don't think he's S tier.
Come on, stop.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. I think I think Shea is in a different tier than him.
Shea and Luka?
We can get to that conversation, but I think Shea is clearly in a different tier than Steph these days.
If you want to save S tier for like the very best, like one, maybe two.
It doesn't necessarily got to be one or two, but I think Shea and Steph are clearly in different tiers right now. I don't think that's not debatable.
Be too mad.
I don't think we got to hold on to nostalgia that much longer. Steph is still obviously A
won't-
tier.
I won't be mad at you.
He
for that.
scored 40.
He did get 44 to the Spurs
Last
just
night.
last night.
What he do the 3 games before that?
Less than 24 hours ago.
Oh, he just didn't hear you.
Come on, Shea is
No,
the
I-
MVP. He's probably going to MVP again. Shea should probably be in S tier, and I think Curry in A tier.
Okay, if you want to set that standard,
Like he's a better defender, obviously a better scorer. I don't think the off-ball scale stuff makes as much of a difference when Shea also can do absurd.
You put Steph Curry on the Thunder right now, 84 wins.
84 wins.
If you replace them, I don't know if they'd be better.
95 wins.
Would they be better if you replaced them? I doubt it.
They
Curry
wouldn't
is
lose
injury
again.
prone, and then also they're gonna try to target him. I think they probably would be a little worse.
Shea bleeds
I don't
no
know, actually.
value as a defender at all. He's a good weak side shot blocker at the rim, 2 for his position. He's obviously the best scorer in the NBA. He carries the most ridiculous defensive slanted lineups. He's in a different tier of two-way value.
Okay, we can put him S and A tier. That's fine.
You want to put Curry A tier?
Yeah, Curry's A.
Just make sure you agree. And then Donovan's going down with some tears as a longtime Curry stan. Listen, man.
It's over with, slowly ticking away.
At least compared to fucking Shea, who's obviously best player in the world caliber.
Shouldn't be like this.
Yes, it should. He's 37. It should certainly be like this.
Yeah, it's not a slight to him. It has nothing to do with him.
It's about that time for it to be like
Pod,
this.
you play your role so we don't have to do this, man. Kaminga, you step it up. Sick of this.
What do you want to do with Luka Doncic? Let's go ahead and have that conversation. Who
think
is he
he-
closer to?
He is S tier. Most definitely S tier. I think right now, you asked me a question. Who's the best scorer in the league? I'm telling you it's Luka Doncic.
Then you're not watching Shea enough.
I'm watching Shea. I'm watching him put up 33, but I'm also watching Luka put up 37. I'm taking...
Shea's a much better scorer.
Yeah.
Well, much better is hard to say because Luka's
That's-
obviously amazing too. So let me not say much better.
Yeah.
But in terms of resilience in the playoffs, being able to do it in a way that's conducive to other players around you as well, Shea's a better scorer.
I'm just talking about for this season right now.
I don't know. That actually is.
The rim
it's
pressure
kinda tough.
difference, like Luka's rim volume is going down every single year. Real,
Yeah,
it's like
it
the most
doesn't really
important part.
matter when
I
you're
mean-
hitting just the most insane trick shots every single night, getting all these types of crazy and ones.
Yeah.
Like,
You want to win the
Throwing
finals
up.
off of trick shots?
I'm talking about who's
It-
better right
it might
now
happen.
as a scorer.
Well,
Yeah.
we're talking about S and A tier. What really matters is can you win with that?
I think you can. He went to the finals and they lost for. Of course, he was a part of the reason they lost, but their team was just not equipped for it.
I'm not saying you can't win with Luka. I'm just comparing him to Shea. I mean, I'm like, do we feel like there's any type of tier break there?
Nah, I think they're in the same tier.
Okay. I'm not like,
Also,
as
like-
a Lakers fan, I'm not against it. I just thought we got to voice it that Shea is Shea.
Yeah, Shea, amazing defender, great scorer. He's a decent 3-point shooter too. I think I see Luka's shooting and also his passing that just sets him apart from the rest of the league. He's right there.
Donovan, you agree? Is he closer to Shea than he is to Curry?
I mean, they're all on the same tier. But because of that, I do think he is S tier. I think
Okay.
that's like the big three right now, and then we can move from there.
Okay. Yeah, I don't disagree. LaMelo Ball, what do we do with that? With the current state of him and his injuries and how unreliable he's become.
Probably around D tier.
Fuck, that's
Um,
quite a jump.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, even before the injury this year, we had injuries last year, and the year before that, and the year before that, and we've had nearly half a decade of asking, which is crazy. But we've had almost 5 years of us asking now, can we build our team around LaMelo? I still don't know the answer, and if I was going to give you an answer, I'm probably leaning no. I would say D tier.
I think at this point, with how unavailable he's been, and there obviously is still question marks with the game on the court, there's no reason to believe you can build around him until he proves it.
Yeah, I think if you ask the top 16 teams in the NBA, would you rather have your starting point guard or LaMelo Ball? They're probably going to say 9 times out of 10, unless you're the Timberwolves, give me my current starting point guard.
Damn.
Okay.
All right.
D tier.
Is D too harsh though? Are we describing C or are we describing D?
I think we're just
The-
for the state of him right now. I think we're describing D.
They're all
Like,
starters, so the D tier isn't necessarily your bad. These are all starting point guards.
Yeah, the level of talent that he has is probably C tier, but when you add all the other stuff in, it's probably D.
Okay.
yeah.
James Harden,
I think he's C.
obviously more reliable than LaMelo Ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's
He's
fine.
there.
He's gonna show up. He's gonna be James Harden.
Yeah.
And if you are still like he's shown for several years that he can still lead an offense. You just need other people around him to be the number one guy, the number one scoring guy. But having James Harden as your point guard for the regular season, it's not a bad thing at all.
Yeah, one of the best floor raisers of all time. Still a fantastic playmaker. I'm very unmoved these days by him as a scorer. Just how difficult every single shot getting to the rim is these days. Like that's the biggest difference between him and his prime. He just can't blow by people anymore. But his playmaking floor is going to be incredibly valuable forever.
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey.
Ooh, he might be.
I think he's in.
Are you ready for uncomfortable conversations?
Yes, let me hear him.
This motherfucker might be A tier. There's not a lot of players in the league
Oh,
who was as
I need more sample
elite
size.
of a shooter as he is, while also have that level of burst. And also, he took a real playmaking leap as well. He's averaging damn near 30, or he might be averaging 30 as we speak still. Hyper efficient 3-point shooter. You could play him with fucking anyone in the league. I think right now he's a top 5 point guard in the league.
I got to see like 40 games of this league before I go there to A. Just A is tough.
Mhm.
He's certainly B though, and he's definitely not the worst player that's going to be in B. His jump as a slasher is real. His feel for pick and rolls, feel for manipulating defenses, miles better than it used to be. A couple years ago, he was a great scorer, could shoot, attack with his speed and everything, but he was very reliant on playing off of Joel Embiid. He is clearly not reliant on Joel Embiid at all anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Last year we talked about how like when he's not playing with Embiid, the numbers are disgusting. The efficiency is nasty. He looks lost out, not lost unnecessarily, but he just isn't the same caliber player. Ain't the case.
You moved me. A tier.
A tier?
I think he's A tier.
Are you sure? Can he be the best player on a deep playoff run?
I think so.
Okay, then A tier it is. If you guys want to give him that, A tier it is. If we're willing to say that without sample size, I'm with you too.
He's
I love
on
Tyrese Maxey.
that level, bro.
The scoring is so real. Like the thing I'm waiting for sample size just to see just how the passing develops over time and like how he continues to just adjust to being the guy.
Yeah.
He's clearly better at it this year than he was last year. But if you want to give him the credit and say it's real, I'm with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Through 10 games, he's certainly been A tier, I guess.
He's averaging 32 points and 8 assists a game. 44% from the 3-point line, bro. On 9 attempts.
But is he the same tier as Curry? I feel like Curry might just deserve his own tier in A.
Right now, I think he is on the same tier as Curry. Yes,
Oh,
he's
shit.
shooting better. He's shooting better from 3 from Curry.
But Curry's still playing like a back end of top 10 player, or at least the 12th best player at worst. If you want to be critical of Curry,
I'm sorry.
is Tyrese playing at that level?
I think he is.
I mean, he started.
He's
off
getting to the
playing-
line like
playing
8-9
crazy,
times
but-
again. Too. It's like he's so complete.
Then what I'm hearing is he's on Brunson level right now as a scorer.
Yes, right
Okay.
now as you speak.
So
yes.
go Jalen Brunson also A tier.
Mhm.
Do you feel like him and Tyrese are playing at a comparable level?
Yes.
Which is again not about anybody but Tyrese playing himself up to that level.
100%. But yes, this is probably, especially since Halliburton is hurt, this is the top 5 right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're missing somebody that we can talk about now. Cade Cunningham.
Ooh.
Oh my bad. I did forget.
Yeah, we did
I
forget
did
about
forget.
Cade.
A tier.
Cade's A.
Yeah, he's clearly he has clearly elevated himself into these conversations, and we saw one year like there's obviously levels to team building. We saw as soon as he got a competent team around him, playoff team.
Yeah.
Now everyone thinks that like Cade is going to go to this next stage. You still need just a little bit more from the team, but in terms of every single night, hey guys, get into the backpack. I'm gonna carry us. He can do that.
He's the ultimate get shit done guard right now.
Yeah.
The playmaking floor is outlandish. He's the best passer here right now in terms of like his game by game output.
For sure.
Obviously, Luka is a better passer, but I mean, at least for this year, we're seeing him lean a little more towards scoring. It kind of feels like he got skinny and is like, I gotta get this back shit off, and he's like trying to score more than he ever did. The playmaking balance is a little bit off. I think Cade currently is playmaking at a higher level than Luka, probably playmaking at a higher level than James Harden, which is obviously a very high bar. But I think he's joined that club of like premier top tier playmakers.
I agree. I think this is where SNA tier, the door's officially closed.
Okay. Trae Young.
I've only seen him for 5 games.
And
So
it wasn't
kinda
a great
like-
And
5
about
games.
7 years before that.
What is he? C tier?
Ooh, yes, sir. He is.
I think at his best, he's probably B tier. But we haven't seen his best.
At his best, he can be in A tier. We just haven't seen that in 3 years.
Yeah, we have enough sample size now. He is not an efficient scoring guard, at least in the role as being the best scorer on a team. He's not efficient. And, Cade isn't above average efficiency either. But Cade has the in-between game that we know late game into a fourth quarter. He can get his own shot against difficult
And also,
defenses.
he's a defensive presence as well. He's
100%.
a legit shot blocker, one of the best at his position.
Exactly. So if you're going to compare him to another guard like that isn't above average efficiency-wise but scores at volume, Cade checks other boxes that Trae Young does not. I don't like that. You can tell me that makes him B, but the defensive gap is huge. And
The playmaking gap isn't big at all either.
yeah, so I kind of think he's closer to Harden these days.
Yeah, I agree.
He probably has a higher scoring ceiling than Harden clearly at this age. But like we don't see it that often.
At this state, at least through the 5 games I've seen, just the nasty tour dates that he's put up to. Yeah, he's C tier.
Listen, if we were doing just these 5 games, D tier would be in play. But we're not going to do that because that's obviously starts slow. It happens plenty of times. We can go C tier just to give him some credit. He is still Trae Young, still is one of the best passers in the league.
Yeah.
Probably the best consistent shot generator as a playmaker in the league the past couple of years. Jamal Murray came into the season in shape this year, playing well.
That's
D
D
tier?
tier.
Yeah.
He's right there. He's not Jamal Murray, and it's not his fault either because he's playing with Jokic, but he's not I don't look at Jamal Murray and say like he can lead my franchise, but he is the perfect number 2 for a team that we think can realistically win the championship this year. I'd go be with Jamal.
Is there any part of you that wants to go C tier because he's such a sidekick?
No, because I think other people, you have to give him credit. You do have to.
It's hard to be a sidekick.
Yeah, and we've also seen him not play as well as he is right now. So the fact that he has, whether you want to say like leveled up or just coming into the season ready, he's producing at a high level. That's B tier.
You know, it's a good point. I think anybody in B tier or below, I don't really feel comfortable with them being the best player on my team. And for most team constructions, when the best players in the league need the ball in their hands, like a Jokic, I feel better about Jamal Murray being the second option sidekick player playing off of them than I do Trae Young.
100%.
Yeah, that's fair.
100%.
That's fair. Yeah.
Unless I have like a big man, unless I have Victor Wembanyama, then I'd probably want Trae Young over Jamal Murray.
Even then, I think I might want Jamal Murray over Trae Young.
Fair enough. I was just saying, unless it's a player that I want to be set up explicitly, like Victor Wembanyama or Anthony Davis, really that's it. So unless I have one of those two players, I'd rather have Jamal Murray.
Yeah, in a lot of universes, you would want Jamal Murray over
Ayton.
Trae. That's fair. I'm not going to argue you guys on that.
Darius Garland.
Mitchell Robinson.
I think he's a B tier as well.
I think he is what Trae Young should be in terms of playing next to other stars and being able to play on or off ball. I want to see Trae Young go to a situation where he can play off of Evan Mobley or even off of Donovan Mitchell, whatever it may be, and be able to be the shooter that Darius Garland is running around screens.
See, but I don't.
We got Mo Gay at home. We got Jalen Johnson at home. We got Yoko Kowa at home. What you mean?
Yeah, see, I want Jalen Johnson to take a leap and be a star scorer so we can get that version.
You are asking Trae Young to be somebody that he is the complete opposite.
Yep.
You're asking him to run around to play off ball.
Yep.
He does not do that.
100%, which is why he's C tier and Darius Garland is B tier.
Yeah.
There's growing health concerns with Garland that pretty soon, if there's another playoff run impacted by injury, we will have to have a conversation.
Yeah.
But for now, he's the most versatile guard on here in terms of playing on and off ball, besides Steph Curry, who's obviously the GOAT with that. He's the second most versatile guard in here in terms of off ball. Can still be a great on ball point guard, running bench units without D Mitch, setting up Jared Allen. Solid B.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a world in which he can get to A tier, I think.
Garland?
There's a world. If they make a run, make the championship this year, and he's the best version.
Very best, yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's what didn't grasp. If it's there for Tyrese Maxey, it's there for Garland.
I don't know if they're gonna allow him to do that when you have Mobley and D Mitch.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Because you know, even like the moments and all those like clutch moments and stuff where you would have somebody take over the game and you say, all right, like, go cook. D Mitch is taking all of those shots.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think they do, at least in the regular season. With the playoffs, it was a different story because everyone was hurt. Yeah. So D Mitch was like, I got us every single time. In the regular season, though, last year, I think he did defer to Darius Garland quite a bit. But the playoffs come around and D Mitch is like, I see the basket, I need to put it in there.
Because he said, listen, I gave you all 82 games, right? I saved my energy for this moment. I'm getting these shots up.
Yeah. And to be fair, everybody was hurt. We'll see what happens this year if they're healthy. I have a feeling that D Mitch will be a takeover guy in the playoffs forever.
Yeah.
For good reason. Chris Paul.
Oh, it was just Veterans Day the other day too. You're right.
It was Veterans Day. Salute to Chris Paul. Salute to an amazing career. It is over after. Emmanuel quickly. You joining him? Salute. Put that fucking in.
I gotta take that salute back.
Yeah, probably F tier as far as starting point guards go.
Yeah.
He might not be the worst one. There's some tanking teams that don't count. Like, yeah, he's better than whoever the Nets are rolling out the ball with. But among starters that the teams feel confident is their starting point guard, it's on the lower end.
I've had more times since he's been the starting point guard of the Raptors thinking, wow, he should not be the starter. As opposed to, okay, this is our building block of the future.
Yeah. He has moments where it makes sense and you see the vision come together. There's way too many people out there that would say maybe he should be a 6-man. And they're not crazy.
I agree. I think that's his best
because he was that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe we should go back
for a reason.
Josh Giddey.
This is a very uncomfortable situation right now because I know fans will look at his stats. People watching is gonna be like, "Oh yeah, he's for sure B tier." And really, I think he's like maybe C or D. Me personally, I'd vote D.
I'll go C.
You're gonna have to dig me out the motherfucking grave, D. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go down with the ship, and you're gonna have to convince me. Yeah,
I would go C because I do think that he has genuinely improved to get to B. I mean, you gotta do it in the playoffs. I gotta see that.
I don't know. I don't
Next to
trust
Trae Young, I mean, like, listen, we can
No.
criticize Trae Young all we want.
Hell nah.
Are we for real?
Hell nah.
I'm sorry. The last couple years and that was your man's. Like he has not been
Do
good.
you know what Josh Giddey looks like in half court offense? Like,
Terrible.
it's
He's a
lot of
transition
fake
merchant.
stats. It's a lot of super fake stats, bro.
He's not F tier or anything. He's not the worst guards in the league.
No, but
He's not efficient at all. He's still 58% at the rim, same he's been at forever. He's been coasting his reputation off of running in transition, and it's a very valuable skill. Good for him. He has been a good passer. That is still a D tier.
you know what all this is telling me is that maybe we should move Trey to D tier.
Hey, what the hell?
Maybe both of them should be D tier.
I think it
and
would
James
be,
should be in C by himself.
I think it would be cataclysmically disrespectful to Trae Young to put him in the same tier as Josh Giddey.
Yeah,
And I
can't
can
do
respect the first 6 games he had where he was going crazy. Once again, I will have to die and go down with the ship, but you will have to dig me out the grave for me to change my stance here.
we
Yeah,
have not
thankfully.
talked positively about Trae Young 33% of the time over the last 3 years.
Yeah, but guess what? We have not talked positively about Josh Giddey almost 90% of the time, bro.
I am fully a believer that he can get into an All-Star game this year because the Bulls win slightly more games than people think, and there has to be bodies in the East, and he has good points, rebounds, assists. I believe you. And if that will give you the idea that we're completely wrong and we need to put him in B tier, fine. If that's your metric there, I'm cool with that. He can be an All-Star. I still will firmly believe that while we can acknowledge he's a good player, just like LaMelo Ball is, there will always be dramatic downsides to building around him in a playoff setting with a half-court offense that I would rather have Trae Young.
Yeah.
Like, easily.
What's his go-to move, Josh Giddey? You know he just got his ankles broken by just running. He just got his ankles broken by DeAndre Hunter, and now he actually is out with injury. He missed a game.
Wait, because of the ankle break?
Yeah, because I swear to God, I'm not lying to you. I usually make up shit, but no, that's actually true.
If this was every point guard in the league, we put
He
him.
said I usually make
Yeah, I was make shit up, but this is actually true.
I normally lie, but
If we were doing every point guard across the league, then he would be C or B. But because this is all starters and like LaMelo's D, like that feels fair.
Yeah.
John Morant.
D tier.
D tier.
D tier.
Listen, in this year,
Yeah.
it's hard. It's getting harder and harder to justify saying it'll get better. When so far it's gone worse every single game.
The production is not there. The effort is not there. The vibes, horrendous. The stock has never been lower. I'm not going to say that he's not a starting point guard in the league, but I am going to say that just like LaMelo and just like Josh Giddey, right now we are questioning whether or not John Morant is a guy that we want to build our team around. I think that that's D tier.
I don't even think we're questioning it. I think we definitively we've learned we don't want to build a team around John Morant. He can still be a part of a winning team one day. He has more than enough time to prove us wrong. But as of today, there's no world in which I want to build around him with $40 million a year.
I agree. I think this is the first time ever where everyone is in agreement and where he is the most flawed star point guard that we've came across over the last 5 to 6 years. Like, of course, like people used to compare him to Trae Young all the time. And even us, like we would take Ja over Trae. But we know that, okay, like you're not a good shooter. You've never been a good shooter in your entire life. That's okay. But with the avenues of success in which you are able to get your buckets off, you're heavily reliant and dependent on a certain type of big and a singular play style. Without that singular play style, you turn into a pumpkin on offense. You turn into a squash. You turn into a tomato.
Squash.
Like, what are we? You turn into a cucumber. You do nothing on the court.
A squash is crazy. Dude, you're a kumquat. I don't know.
you're a cutie. Like, what are we doing right now?
Yeah, it's tough. I can deal with the off the field issues. I can deal with I can deal with an point guard that doesn't have an outside jumper.
Yeah.
I can deal with an aging veteran guard who doesn't have the athleticism he once did. I can deal with the point guard that doesn't defend at a high level. I can't deal with all 4 of those things in one player.
Yeah. It's over.
Ryan Rollins. Currently averaging 17 points, 5.7 assists while being a damn good defender, shooting 45% from 3.
6'3", 6'8" wingspan.
I'm
elite
thinking-
defender.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
C tier.
I'm thinking B tier. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Ryan
B's
Rollins.
too much.
I'm thinking,
B's too much.
really thinking B plus.
All right.
I'm thinking he is C tier though. I think for
Yeah.
a lot of teams, I would rather have him than Trae Young. And
And
I
I-
would damn sure rather have him than James Harden for a lot of teams.
And I think that for Ryan Rollins right now, not only is he playing really, really well, he is saving a legacy.
He really is. He is keeping Giannis in Milwaukee single-handedly.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, if it wasn't because of his emergence, then we're already consistently having Giannis trade talks right now. But because of him, we're not.
Exactly. Him and Thanasis. are doing the most to maintain Milwaukee's economy.
Dude.
And I think that we should give him credit for it.
The other day we were watching games during our break, and I watched the Mavs versus Bucks game. Late in the fourth quarter, Giannis fell, didn't get a foul call like normal or whatever. And then over there, off in the cut, I see someone just darting towards Giannis when he fell after a play, and it was, guess who? The one and only Thanasis Antetokounmpo. Knowing where his value was at, it's him and Ryan Rollins. You're right, insane value.
That's C tier. Like he's good. This has to be the most improved player. He went from 6.2 points in 14 minutes a game to 17 and 6 in 31 minutes a game. This is the definition of most improved player.
He's hooping. Good for him.
I think it was him a couple years ago. He was on the Wizards and also the Warriors, but I think the Wizards dropped him off because he was stealing like shampoo or something like that from Target.
That happened in the NBA.
Yes.
I thought that happened in college. I heard the story. I thought it was in college. That's why he dropped like a low pick.
Maybe I'm confused.
Maybe I'm confused. I don't know.
But hey, man, like going from that to this, he's gonna get paid. Oh no, didn't he sign a disgusting contract extension?
I have to check.
Probably.
I don't remember. If so, he's gonna get paid soon, regardless.
Eventually, he will be given it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say it was in college.
He's gonna do mad commercials for like Milwaukee grocery stores and stuff.
Is he?
He'll get paid.
No, I wouldn't want to do that.
He'll get paid.
And that's our tier list. I think we did it. I think this is accurate.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that can change, Josh Giddey can earn himself to C, I suppose, if we're not being haters. But, I'll go down with the shit being a Josh Giddey hater. I'll live.
Yeah.
And obviously, John Morant can bounce back and get out of D tier.
Not. He can.
He can. If he just shoots normal and
won't.
isn't the worst shooter in the league, then yeah, you can get out of there.
Well, also, Ryan Rollins signed a 3-year, $12 million deal that is starting this year.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
And that's the type of deal that a smart GM makes to keep Giannis in Milwaukee. Good for them.
Yeah.
And that is our tier list.
You never want to be the best contract in the league.
You damn sure don't want to be the best contract in the league. That's the worst feeling.
I know.
The Austin Reeves. Next thing we're going to do. That really
as awful. I would fire my agent if we signed the deal and everyone was like, "Oh my god, that's the best deal."
Their GM's a genius. What a
Brother.
value signing.
Denny Avdia's agent, he needs to be launched as the fucking sun, 100%. He's making like $14 million a year. Got a couple years left too.
That's crazy.
Nasty work.
Oh, I got this pop up.
The lucky part for Ryan Rollins is that the last year is the player option, so he will be declining.
Okay.
that.
Also, he did steal while he was in the NBA. Too.
That was it.
Yeah. Sorry.
I heard that story. I assumed it was college.
He's been charged with 7 counts of petite larceny. According to Fox 5 DC. He was taking groceries, body wash, and candles.
Like, was it an accident? Like, why?
I have no idea.
I don't know the background of the story. I missed
So
this.
snotty.
Yeah, I gotta go blow my nose, man. And plus, reading this story is frying the fuck out of me. I gotta blow my nose.
Oh man, I did not know that. That was
I heard the story. So when it happened, it slipped by me. A couple months ago when he started popping off after last year, I heard the story of like, one mistake should not define Ryan Rollins. He's earning a spot on the Bucks. I was like, hell yeah. I heard that. And I assumed it was a LeAngelo Ball situation. I assumed the theft came in college.
Yeah.
When it always happens, like Jameis Winston and shit like that. I didn't know it was while you're an NBA player. But just I still don't. I have no idea who people are, so I guess I won't say anything. But
Yeah.
crazy turn. Okay. The next thing we're gonna do, aside from Ryan Rollins' discourse, I'm gonna name an NBA team. And I want you to tell me the biggest mistake they've made in recent years. We'll say in the last 25 seasons since 2000. What is the biggest modern mistake this NBA team has ever made?
nice.
First off, I wonder who I'm going to start with. I wonder. Oh, no, we didn't start there. Okay.
Ooh.
The Milwaukee Bucks.
The biggest mistake the Bucks have made is trading for Damian Lillard right now.
It probably has to be that, right?
Yeah, you cut him and you gave him a big check, and now you have $20 million just for no reason sitting on your books.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they dug themselves out of it. And it wasn't a bad, it's hard to say because it wasn't a bad decision. When it happened, it made sense. Everybody was excited as hell. It just didn't work. So it's hindsight.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think there's anything else they did that was outright ridiculous to give it to him.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but you're right. Anytime that you're paying somebody tens of millions of dollars to not be on your team, that is a bad decision.
Yeah.
So
Whoa.
Yeah, it's so
sign a
sad.
Dame.
Golden State Warrior star Steph Curry and Under Armour have parted ways.
What? That's crazy. Whoa.
The Curry
man.
brand, Curry standalone endeavors, the Curry brand will move forward independently. So he's going to keep Curry brand. It's the Under Armour.
He took everything.
It's like Jordan leaving with
What
Nike.
happened to the Fox shoe?
It stays. It's just under Curry brand independently.
That's crazy.
That's why it's called
man.
the Curry Fox 2,
Yeah.
not the Under Armour.
Ooh, I
He
wonder what
left.
happened.
Wow, that's actually
Okay.
Nico Harrison finna be managing him now. Right his wrongs.
All right, so yeah, the Bucks has to be the Damian Lillard trade. They're doing it as good as they can to dig themselves out of it, but
Bron is so nasty. He finna get Steph to go to Nike.
hold on. Bring Curry to Nike.
All right.
If he does that, yo, go.
Yeah.
You
Go.
got it. You got it.
All right. Bucks, Damian Lillard trade. Memphis Grizzlies. We'll talk about this era. What was the mistake of the Ja and Jaren era that led to it being where we are?
Letting go of Dylan Brooks.
You know what it is? It's letting go of Dylan Brooks. People
And
say that
also-
half joking. Then they decided to trade 2 first-round picks for Marcus Smart. That was the only move.
Mhm.
Again, wasn't bad in the moments. He didn't do a damn thing in Memphis worth note. In
Yep.
fact, he was actively bad in Memphis.
He
Yep.
didn't. Honestly, I would say hiring your coach without doing a proper.
Oh,
a
that's
proper
also a
coaching search.
jackass move. too.
When you
You're
are
right.
at a very, very key like fork in the road, you just traded Desmond Bain. You know that, and actually, at this point, but like you are at an inflection point with your franchise, and you did not do your due diligence on your coaching hire. Now we're in this mess. That feels like a big
It's
mistake.
up there.
Mhm.
It's all cumulative. I guess hiring Isola isn't bad. It's not working to start the year. It still could work. Like by the time you're watching this in a couple months, it could work, and we're saying he's a good coach now.
Mhm.
But the simple principle of not doing a coaching search is just strange.
Yeah, exactly. And also letting go of Steven Adams, not realizing how valuable he was to your franchise, John Morant. Crazy work.
Sounds like there's a lot of things led to where we are now. A lot of cumulative decay of the roster.
Yeah, where are your vets? Who are your vets, man?
But so Marcus Smart was the only move.
Mhm.
That was
That
swinging
was
for
bad.
contention.
Yeah.
You're right. I remember because they tried so many times to offer up all these picks. They tried to trade for Mikal Bridges. I think we had a slight conversation about them and with KD, Jimmy Butler. They tried to reach out to Miami for Jimmy Butler. Jimmy was like, I do not want to stay with Memphis at all. They tried. They swung and they just missed time after time after time.
Yeah, at least they tried. It wasn't ridiculous. Atlanta Hawks.
DeJounte Murray. Damn you! Actually, not damn you, but it's
Yeah.
like, yo, Landry Fields, super damn you.
No, what's the name of the owner's son that apparently pushed for it?
It starts with an R. I forget his name.
I don't remember, but damn him.
Yeah,
Apparently he was the architect behind the DeJounte Murray thing. He's still there.
Yeah, that set our organization back for like maybe a year, 2 years or so.
You're still feeling it. Like they lost so many assets doing that. That was an all-in move that like they would be so much further along right now if it wasn't for that.
Trae Young's reputation is in the gutter, partially because of that.
Thank God the Pelicans threw them a life raft and gave him Dyson Daniels for him.
Exactly.
Those guys are stupid.
Without that pick, we would be dead.
Dude, if they didn't have Dyson Daniels right now, where would they be?
I don't know where we'd be if we didn't have
10
him.
seed.
Yeah.
Still.
Nah.
Trae Young would be in San Antonio.
Dyson or fucking
Yeah.
Jalen Johnson too. God, man.
If they didn't get Dyson Daniels in that trade, Trae Young would have been traded to the Spurs last year instead of De'Aaron Fox.
Probably.
There's a scenario in which that is true, and I hate it.
Miami Heat.
Ooh.
Worst decision that they've made. Worst
So,
moments.
In their modern history.
Trading for Terry Rozier.
Oh, that was bad.
That was so bad.
That was bad. They gave up a first-round pick for Terry Rozier.
The Whiteside deal.
Oh, that was a huge contract.
They gave Whiteside $96 million.
I would have gave him a $200 million, man. Prime Whiteside.
They moved him.
Man.
I think like they were obviously able to navigate themselves out of that, but that deal was so bad.
Do we change it up a little bit and go with them allowing Dwayne Wade to wear a Chicago Bulls jersey and then a Cleveland Cavaliers jersey?
If we want to talk about that,
Yeah.
you could also change it up a little bit and being like them allowing D Wade to be repped with that ugly ass statue that they have, bro. Embarrass him and his lineage. What the fuck?
They really did D Wade dirty in many occasions.
Yeah.
Do we want to go even further and say retiring Michael Jordan's number when he never played for the franchise?
Oh, we damn sure. That is the
OD
biggest mistake
glazing.
they've ever made. The topic of this video is modern mistakes about the last 10 years or so. We will make a huge
amendment.
exception
Yeah.
for them doing that shit. That is so embarrassing.
Yeah. OD glazing. Bro.
Heat fans should have shame. Shame upon them. Sacramento Kings. Where did they
Everything.
go wrong in this era of lighting the beam?
Everything. What?
But specifically trading Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like they were good after that. They had the beam season. You still wish you had Halliburton, but like hindsight, okay. Deciding to have the pivot after your good season when you have a one bad one, being DeMar DeRozan, that did it.
And then seeing that and saying, as Zach LaVine to that as well.
Yeah.
They don't have any hope right now. They really haven't had any hope for the last 20, 25 years. The Halliburton could have been. You see what Tyrese did for the Pacers. You could have had that, and you traded that away.
Yeah. Honestly, also too, it's respectable to the heart, and I like to see when organizations follow a player and they grant them their request when it comes to where they want to be traded to. They shouldn't have listened to De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox, respect or not, you're the Kings. No one respects you at the end of the day. Like, you should have tried to maximize your peak value for someone like him, even though he wasn't like, it wasn't a robust market, bro. You got to pay up a little bit more. What did they get for him? Zach Collins? Or what? What did they get from him? I don't remember. No one remembers.
They got some picks is the main thing. But yeah, it's tough.
Bullshit picks.
Yeah, trade Halliburton. There's picks.
Yeah.
Halliburton, keeping him would have been smarter. And then deciding to go down this path and then leading to DeMar DeRozan was the death blow.
Yeah.
Los Angeles Lakers.
You know good and well what it is.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Trading for Russell Westbrook.
God damn it. I just had to hear it one time. I'm a masochist. Oh.
Now, in principle, you could talk to the stupidest person in the world and talk to him about how this makes sense. LeBron is old, AD be injured like that. We have Russell Westbrook who plays hard all the time and don't be missing games, but he do be missing the rim all of the time. So it's pros and cons.
We've talked about this many times. It's definitely that. It shut the window shut for LeBron and AD being able to win a championship together after 2020. It completely destroyed their ability to do anything in free agency because they had 3 gigantic contracts. It was dumb when it happened. It was maligned by anybody with a brain. Some people might have convinced themselves that, oh, we'll get LeBron setting screens and maybe we'll get Russ to buy into doing the little things. Incorrect. He did all the big things and did all the big things poorly.
Yeah.
So I think it's that, and also I think it's going from gold to yellow. They are not the purple and gold anymore.
That's honestly a bigger affront.
They wear bright yellow.
That's a bigger affront to the Bus legacy.
It honestly is.
They're bananas. These are the Savannah bananas out here.
It's terrible.
Mavericks.
What could possibly be wrong?
Have
with
they
the
done
Dallas
anything
Mavericks?
crazy?
I just want to take this second for us to get one more last opportunity to laugh at Nico Harrison. I want us to laugh at Nico Harrison for a good 30 seconds straight.
He will be remembered over the last, like, at least bare minimum 50 years, like the talking point of the idiot of the decade, bruh. Further than the fucking decade.
I'm going to predict that at one point we're going to turn Nico into a verb. Anytime somebody makes a bad mistake, this guy just Nico'd.
Yeah, just
He Nico'd all over himself.
Nico'd all
He
over
walked in
himself.
front office and he Nico'd all over everybody.
Oh, man, I just had a Nico
Sounds
moment,
nasty.
bruh.
I'm Nicoing.
Calm down, calm down.
All the other Nicos in the world, like, yo!
I'm Nico into
Ain't
my
no damn
Harrison.
thing. Yeah, man, it's all bad.
Yeah, when you make a deal and everyone's like, "Man, stop playing." Like that's fake. That's fake.
Yeah, bro, I wanted to keep it in secret.
And to this day, every time somebody's asked about it, every player that goes on a podcast is asked, "Where were you when the Luka trade
Exactly.
happened?" And every single time their answer is, "Bro, I thought that shit was fake."
They talk about that shit like it's 9/11 or some shit like that. Like it's like the first COVID variant just dropped.
Like it's
What the hell?
9/11 in the age of AI. So they were like,
Yeah.
no way that really happened.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's like it's definitely gonna be in like 50 years from now when we're all in, or when our kids are in history class. Somehow, some way, this is gonna make its way into the section like history, bro. U.S. history.
The one business move that tanked the GDP of a city.
Exactly.
Pelicans. Where did they go wrong? We can do the AD era, the Zion era.
They don't do
Moving to
nothing
New
right.
Orleans
Yeah.
in first place.
Low key, that does feel like that's probably the biggest thing now. That nothing has gone well since they moved to New Orleans.
Yeah, and it's not this like their current state is not even at like it's not the product of a singular move.
Wait, no, they were already in New Orleans. They were just the Hornets, but they were in New Orleans originally.
Bringing the Pelicans back.
Okay, ever since they rebranded to the Pelicans, everything has gone poorly. We always talk about New Orleans being cursed. It's really this goddamn Pelican that's cursed.
Yeah.
Before we talk about taking this team away from New Orleans, we got to change their mascot.
The most like outstanding time over the last 5 to 6 years that I've had watching New Orleans basketball featured Lonzo, JJ Redick. Then there was Zion, of course, there too, and I forget who their center was. That
TJ
was an
Reddick
amazing
didn't do a
time.
damn thing in New Orleans.
No.
To vibe and presence. There was
He was
elite.
just there.
But
Vibe
you know
and
what?
presence was elite.
They locked up Dame that one series.
They did.
That was really good for them.
Let's specifically focus on the Zion era. They're terrible now. Where did the Zion era go wrong?
Drafting Zion, which
I mean,
guess
which
it-
I
everyone
want to
wanted
draft
to
Ja.
was like is the right move.
He's supposed to draft RJ Barrett.
I don't know, man.
It's everything. Like there's just so much. There's not one particular thing that went
Trading for
wrong
DeJounte
this
Murray is probably the biggest reason we are where we are now.
Not even.
We
'cause
can't keep doing this
if
to
then they would have
DeJounte
still-
Murray. Where like
Yeah.
acquiring him is the worst thing.
Well, they traded for him when he was already like on the low end, and they decided to go all in on that. And he got hurt immediately. Like that's probably the death blow here. That's why they're one of the worst teams in the league.
No, it's not. I
'Cause
think
they
why
were
they're
good
one
for-
of the worst teams in the league is because they
Hiring
fucked
Joe
up.
Dumars.
Yeah, well, that too, and then also
Yeah.
they completely fucked up the package that they got for AD and Drew Holiday, and they walked away with little to nothing. Jordan Hawkins. You also have Trey Murphy. He's the best thing that we got from this.
They were a playoff
Nothing.
team 2 years ago, though, when they had Trey Murphy, Herb, Ingram, and Zion all playing well. They managed to make a playoff series, and they had a top 10 defense. Like there was a point where they got something decent out of that. And then they traded for DeJounte
There's-
Murray,
Yeah.
and they traded away Ingram.
Then I would say, yeah, firing David Griffin
Yeah,
and hiring Joe Dumars is one of the biggest mistakes.
it's like you were already like bad, and you got way worse.
Because you had one guy in the building that was like, hey, we should actually be a real franchise. And then they're like, man, you're being too serious. Like,
Yeah.
we just want to have fun.
It probably is hiring Joe Dumars just because he immediately decided to trade away the first round pick that next year might bless the Hawks. We will see. Time will tell there. But that very well could be the worst trade.
You're telling me he traded that pick, and then 4 months later, he's like, "Yo, I don't have any playoff expectations. You guys are crazy, man."
Did that right before that. Obviously, he couldn't have known. Gave the Pacers their pick back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They could have
which is
been
bad
in a
luck.
situation.
Maybe he's the cursed one.
The Pelicans really could have been in a situation where they had 2 top 10 picks next year. If you had the Pacers pick and your pick, and now both of those picks are elsewhere.
So if he would have stayed patient and didn't try to change it all in one draft and go all in on this year.
Crazy situation. You could have had AJ and Cam Boozer.
Yeah, you would have traded. You would have changed the entire trajectory of your franchise for the next 15, 20 years.
And now that's not a guarantee that would happen, but it's a guarantee it won't happen now.
He could have went to AP and spent $200K, and that's not possible anymore.
Washington Wizards. Where did they go wrong? They gave Bradley Beal all the money in the world and said, on top of that, here's a no trade clause.
That's the worst part. The no trade
Yeah.
clause is
By far the
Guys,
worst decision they ever
guys.
made. They waited way too long to get rid of him, waited way too long to trade Kuzma. They held on to that era as long as they could. They tried real hard to be competitive around Bradley Beal. Like that's a sentence that makes sense. Like we're gonna make the playoffs with this core. It was a
Yeah.
ridiculous thing and made the rebuild take way too long. They didn't tank in the Victor Wembanyama draft, but they decided to tank and go all in the Zachary Risache draft.
And then you go ahead in between those years too, and you get rid of Denny Avdia because you want to prioritize someone like Bilal Coulibaly, who's on to nothing right now. And Denny's an all-star right now as we speak. Denny putting up like 26 points. Denny getting to the line like 10 times a game.
I don't know if y'all know that, but he'd be pretty cool next to Alex Sarr, I think.
Yeah,
just good players.
Yeah.
Fumble after
They're not
fumble after
they're not
fumble.
interested in having good players. But yeah, the Bradley Beal thing was a nightmare.
Yeah.
No trade clauses.
Toronto Raptors. Where did they go wrong after the championship window? Kawhi Leonard was shut, but then they had a couple good years after that.
Waiting too long to blow it up.
Yeah, they waited 1 year too long on Siakam and OG.
Yeah.
And then they finally trade OG, who they really should have traded the year before. That was the one where he was in all the rumors. And they immediately give Emmanuel Quickly a fat ass contract.
Yep. They said, yo, I don't even need to see none, bro. Tell me what you get at, and I believe in you. Here's $200 million.
They really said, let me know what you want, and I'll trust it.
Yeah.
And it didn't go well.
Top tier tricks, bro. Masai Ujiri was a trick. Bro. He was going for anything, bro. Anything you tell him, yeah, bro. Like he's going for it.
Easiest lick. And it wasn't terrible in the moment to take a bet on the guy you believe in and like trust it. The
Yeah.
money had to go to someone. That shit did not age well. Looking back, it was a huge mistake.
Had to get his ass out of there immediately, bro.
Golden State Warriors.
Ooh, man.
What stopped them from reinvigorating their championship window after 2022?
Violence.
It could be violence. It could be the NBA draft. Steve Kerr and how he worked out Anthony Edwards too and shit. Like
That's probably the biggest mistake is taking. You had an opportunity to have the number 2 overall pick, you could have had a star, but you took James Wiseman.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Yeah, it has to be the Wiseman pick. And the coming up pick to a lesser extent. There's also plenty of good players that could have went there with that pick. But at least he's a playable player. The Wiseman thing, like, it is truly such a once-in-a-generation opportunity to have a championship team and you take a number 2 overall pick to supplement it. Like, many teams would beg for that opportunity. And to squander it on absolutely nothing, you didn't even get mid with that pick. You got absolutely nothing. You waived Wiseman at one point, didn't you? Oh, no.
They won a championship with him, though.
They traded him away for almost nothing.
They traded him for like 4 second round picks.
Yeah.
So that they can go get GP2.
Yeah.
That's egregious.
Essentially traded him for GP2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough shit.
Yeah, that's the worst one in their history.
It's really not close, honestly.
No.
In the last 10 years, it's not close.
Yeah.
And that's the last one. Tough.
Sad stuff.
This was all a fun way to laugh at Nico Harrison. Next thing we are going to play the 5 levels game.
Okay.
I'm going to name you 5 NBA duos. You tell me who is better, them or Luka and Austin Reeves.
Okay.
Who is better than the swagged out white boys in LA? Level 1, Luka and Austin Reeves or Franz and Paolo?
Luka and Austin Reeves. Hell fucking yeah.
Of course, I would take that.
Yeah.
We don't even know. Franz and Paolo aren't even a duo. They just work together.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't make each other better at all.
No,
they're just 2 talented guys that happen to be with the same employer.
Yeah.
Level 2, Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren making a big year 2 leap.
He is, but I'm still taking Luka and Austin Reeves.
God forbid a white boy get a little bit emotional, man. I'm taking Luka and Austin Reeves all day. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's different conversations.
Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle. We got to think about it now. And similar caliber player, top 6-7 guy.
You do have to think about it. The deciding factor for me though would be sometimes the vibes can be a little bit bad.
But they've been good since he got to Minnesota.
Dude, Julius Randle's averaging 25, shooting like 40% from
he's having a great year.
Going dumb.
He is hooping. However, I have seen, well, this is still 2 years ago, but I've seen Luka just dominate in a playoff series with Ant. I'm gonna still take Luka and Reeves.
I'm taking Luka at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Luka carries heavy.
But this is very, very close.
This is
It's
the
on the
first
line.
one where like the second option is better than Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, some of the other ones were too, but this one it's like clear point to the Timberwolves.
Mm.
But okay, Luka carries past level 3. Level 4, Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler. In 2025, at their advanced ages. Think long and hard.
What do I need them for?
You're trying to win a championship this year. You're taking them today to play the whole regular season and the whole playoffs. Who do you trust in more to build the team around?
This is tough, man.
Everything else around them comes afterwards.
Luka's very much in.
I'll take Steph and Jimmy. Because out of those 4, out of those 4, Jimmy's the best defender.
Okay, sure.
I guess.
Sure.
And
there's 3 other players that play defense on the court.
Yes, but I think that even with Luka and Reeves, you're gonna need a lot. The other 3 players have to be like good defenders. You can get away, I guess, with one of them. I still think Steph is like that. I still think he is.
Luka's better than Steph these days. That's not really a debate, I think.
There's a gap. You're correct.
But it's obviously... Is Reeves and Jimmy Butler a big gap these days?
I think what Jimmy Butler provides on defense is huge compared to Austin Reeves, who's not like a 0, but he's not like mega positive either.
Oh, he's perfectly average.
Yes, but for this season, yes, I will take Steph and Jimmy. However, next season, I know that Jimmy Butler will be mad and he will be upset at somebody.
He's already throwing shots at young
I'm
guys.
taking Luka and Reeves. Like, they're going to be consistently healthy and consistently on the court. I'm taking them 2 over.
I'm
Steph
taking
and Jimmy.
the geezers, but who's level 5?
Okay. Level 5, Shea and J-Dub.
Hell no. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm
This is
taking
where it
Shea and
ends.
J-Dub.
Yep. Both of them are a level above Luka and Reeves, respectively.
Yeah, they're just as good as scorers, each of them compared to those 2, and way better defenders than those 2 as well.
Yeah, the defense is a million times better with those 2 as your nucleus.
This is like
Would you take Steph and Draymond over Luka and Reeves?
Steph and Draymond over. Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like just knowing like that, their infrastructure, their chemistry.
I mean, that's the best duo of all time.
So you would take them right now?
Think
over-
about the old days.
Yeah, right now, probably no. Bro, I witnessed Draymond put up like 0 points, 4 turnovers, like 4 steals.
Yeah.
And he had like a plus 15. Like he's still elite, but not right now. I'm taking.
Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna play a popular game that I've seen all over TikTok. I'm sure you guys have seen it on your feeds. I want you guys to see who can name the most guards all time in NBA history that peaked better than Shea.
Okay.
So singular better year.
Yep. Or
Okay.
or 2-3 year peak, whatever it means to you. How many guards have ever been better than Shea? We'll take turns saying how many we think we can name better than them, and see who lands on the most.
Okay,
All right, sounds good.
Let's see. As a Shea Glazer, I think I can name 3 guards all time better than Shea.
3. Damn, we're starting off mad low. I think I can confidently say I can name 5.
That's it.
Yeah, 5, confident, without a doubt. You're
Okay.
not gonna look at me like I'm crazy.
Okay.
You know what? Fine. I'll take the jump. I can name 9. I can name 9 peaks better than Shea.
With better peaks than
Confidently
MVP, Finals MVP, and championship.
Don't worry about all that. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah, 9 better.
Okay, name them 9.
BS, prove it.
I'm trying to test my gangster. I see.
You can't do it.
Michael Jordan,
Naturally.
Steph Curry,
Naturally.
Okay.
Magic Johnson,
Okay.
Okay.
Kobe 06.
Debates are starting. I've seen discourse. People are like, oh, maybe it's a better version of Kobe. But we'll give it to you, naturally.
Kobe 06.
We're going.
He's averaging 40, James Harden.
This is where he's
and
really murky.
and maybe
I do not agree with
I
that
think
one.
quicksand is starting to sink
If
in.
we're going regular season peak, maybe.
I don't agree with that at all, but I'll let you have it. So
But
we keep
I'm
going.
just-
That's 5.
It's an argument, so you're not too crazy.
There's a reason you could argue for Harden, so we'll allow you to keep going.
If we're talking about getting buckets, T-Mac,
Wait,
2002, 2003.
Excuse me
Whoa,
real
whoa,
quick
whoa,
before you
whoa.
name your 7th player.
Time out.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
T-Mac.
T-Mac just talking about getting, but no.
He was going band for band with Kobe. Understand that.
And Shea's going band for band with Jokic.
What does that mean to me?
I know.
It should mean a lot.
I love
Anyways,
fairy tales. But okay, that's number 6, I guess.
So T-Mac. We'll go Mr. Triple Double, Oscar Robertson.
All right.
What can I say to that?
Salute, I suppose.
We'll go Oscar Robertson. We'll go
That's 7.
back-to-back finals. Isaiah Thomas.
Okay.
Okay, that's very
that
fair.
one I understand.
That's
Finally.
more respectable.
That's a
Okay.
good pick. Finally, that's 8.
We'll go there. See, okay, so like I'm gonna say what some people might say, maybe not me. Some people might say Steve Nash. I'm not gonna say Steve Nash,
Nah.
but potentially.
That's 8. Can you get to 10?
Starting to
Well,
get.
okay. Well, if we're trying to get to 10, I'll listen to some other people. We can say Steve Nash back to back.
Oh,
MVP.
sure. I could at least I can. Steve Nash, one of the greatest engines of all time.
Actually, no. Take that out. D Wade.
D-Wade,
Okay,
okay.
that's very
That's
fair.
a argument.
I think
We
they're
can
very
talk about it.
comparable, but that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, D Wade, and then 2 years ago, Luka.
There's no way we can put that in there. There's no way we can let that slide as your last pick.
He did put up like 33, 32 points a game.
He was averaging
10
like
and
34,
9.
9 and 9.
In the course
Yeah.
of NBA history, we're really gonna let that be the last one.
34, 9 and 9. Got a team to the finals. Was dominating people in the playoffs as well.
I'm personally, after what we saw, the defensive difference, the efficiency difference, the reliability, the way he can play off ball, I'm not. Shea to me is comfortably better.
I think
I don't
you
know
put
that.
up
My bad.
you put up a good fight at 10 players, but I think realistically speaking, we're talking about maybe like 5, 6 players, and after that, you sound crazy.
I want to see one more definitive than Luka.
Okay, if I take out Luka, 2001 Allen Iverson.
All right. I'm not gonna win this battle then because we're gonna keep naming players. I'd rather pick Shea then.
That's a conversation, but it's a very short one because I'm gonna be done talking to you.
You go Shea?
It's Shea.
Okay, it's Shea there too.
Yeah,
You're fighting for this 10th spot.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
yeah, it's over with.
That's all I got. I probably can't get to 10.
We let him skate with T-Mac too. It should have been over. It should have been over.
Stop that. Don't disrespect T-Mac now.
Whatever.
Don't do that.
Whatever.
Bob Cousy, potentially.
Oh, all right.
All right, bricks.
Mic is off.
Last thing we're going to do. We're going to do a blind tier list on hoopgo.com. We can choose the category.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, normally, so you can do it without knowing the category, but let's choose it. Let's do, there's a lot of them on here.
Put franchise.
This is light skinned dudes.
Light skin dudes. That's hilarious. Let's do that. That's fun as hell. Light skin dudes.
Let's go light
Okay,
skin.
light skinned dudes. We have to blind tier list these light skinned dudes.
Who made this site?
I wonder if they're gonna be like correct too.
First off, Trae Young.
D. or
Whoa.
D.
bottom
I think
bottom
it's-
tier.
Bottom tier?
Tier
Nah,
four?
Nah. Bottom tier?
There's a lot better light skins than Trae Young.
I
don't
think it's
think
fair
so.
to put an all-star in tier 3. Maybe there's
I
like
think
Kelly
he's tier
Oubre's
3.
of the world.
He's also
tier 3.
not even like, all right, whatever.
He made an All NBA team.
Tier 3.
Multi-time
Whatever.
All Star. Yeah, tier 3.
Devin Booker.
Okay, I think he's tier 2.
I could say same tier. I mean, he's better than him, but if there's,
He's better.
if
Than,
you think there's legends here, we can go tier 3 or tier 2.
I think I think you can argue with any light skinned legend. The's not a lot of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's
a
probably
light-skinned
tier
legend
2.
for extracurriculars.
Yeah, tier 2.
Tier 2 it is. Jalen Brunson.
he's better than him. Tier 1, tier 2.
If we do tier 2, we
We're
only have room
capped.
for one legend.
What if Wemby's here? Not a legend yet.
we could
but
put Wemby tier 3 and we'll live. So we're only leaving room for one
I
Hall
think
of Famer.
he's tier 3.
I mean, Brunson is as good as Booker.
Of course he is, but we got to play the odds here.
I think by the odds, tier 3.
Dude,
Go
how
ahead.
many Hall of Famers are going to be here?
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Good.
Tier 3. Zach LaVine.
4.
Yeah, we got to put somebody in tier 4 at
Yep.
some point.
Okay.
Halliburton.
Ooh, okay. We could finish out tier 3.
Put all these guys in tier 3.
All these point guards.
Yeah.
So Booker's a little too high, but we can live with that. And
Yeah.
we got to hope there's Hall of Famers coming
Yes,
up.
because on this list, like Levine and Booker are the two most light skinned guys.
Okay.
In terms of like the idea of light skin, they are the two.
Okay.
most.
Oh, you're trying to change the
But
metrics
Halliburton made
here.
the finals. I low-key think we can put Halliburton in tier 2. I mean,
I feel
who's
fine with
going
that.
to be here? Reggie Miller? Like,
That's it. That's the only guy.
is Tim Duncan light skin? Like, is he going to be on here?
No.
I think he could.
Steph
Or
Curry?
Tony Park. Oh, Steph is. We're fucked.
He's the GOAT light skin.
I think we put Halliburton in tier 2.
If Tatum's
I'm fine
on
with
here,
2.
I think we can
Ooh,
go
if Tatum's here, we're fucked too. Actually, maybe we should keep him tier 3. Yeah, my vote's tier 3. I think we
Donovan?
get better.
I say 3.
Okay,
Yeah,
tier
we
3
get
it
better.
is. Aaron Gordon, welcome to tier 4.
Yep.
You're one of the best role players in the league.
Thank
but
you.
down there, Jason Kidd. Okay, so we waited for Hall of Famers.
Yep.
That's tier
Yep.
2.
Yep. We have to. We play the game right.
This is a Hall
right
of
now.
Famer. I low key feel comfortable with him at
I think I think Curry has to be on here.
I think so too. I think we're gonna see better than.
okay.
And
two.
if Tatum's tier 1, we'll live with that.
Mhm.
You know, like Kid's better, but like I'd live with Tatum being tier 1 if that means we save room for Steph Curry.
Yeah. Let's do it.
We can't put Steph Curry below him. Reggie Miller. Figured this would be the case.
Fuck.
Trae Young should have been tier 4.
Fuck.
Told you.
We should have demoted Trae Young from the jump.
Fuck.
Reggie Miller walking to tier 4. Steph Curry,
There
tier
we go.
1. This is what we wait for.
There we go.
This is who we plan around. We plan around the light skin go.
Good job.
Okay. Yeah,
And tier
there's no
4,
better.
last but not least, Derrick Rose.
Right. You.
Does he even count?
Probably belong. Yeah, he does.
Okay.
Yeah. Right where you belong.
Okay. And for totality of career, Derrick Rose being 4th isn't.
An
Not too bad.
MVP 4. You
Still
guys are crazy. What'd you want us to do, man?
Okay, so we should have put Reggie Miller tier 2, Booker tier 3, and Trae Young tier 4.
Yes.
Then we would have been good.
Yeah. But we didn't do.
But you know
terrible.
what? We do it blind. We don't know what's going on.
You win some, you lose some. We only kind of lost this one.
Yeah.
But we do get major points because we thought Curry was going to be on here, saved the spot for him, and he was on there.
Exactly.
So.
This is the end of the episode. Goodbye.
I know they're thinking their videos froze. They're like, dummy. Gotcha.